Oops.
All right, take 4. Let's do it together. 3, 2, 1.
All right.
Close enough.
Yeah. I think that's
Actually,
synced.
I'll do it again. Take 4.5. That works.
Yeah, I saw it. That was cool. That was really cool.
Really super cool.
Yeah.
Well, it's like professional film. Bro.
I know, right?
Well.
Yeah, second sticks, third sticks, fuck it all.
All right, guy. What are we doing? We're doing a year in review.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Like, I feel like I was here like last week or something, but
That's because you were here last week, but then at some point you weren't here last week. So we tried to do this episode once last week.
yeah,
and,
we did.
Got a little bit too tipsy.
Yeah.
But we're still drinking this time.
Yeah.
Keep it casual. Keep it cool. But we're gonna be way more responsible now
Yeah.
and on topic.
I mean, well, I'm still trying to wrap my head around what happened last week because it seemed like 3/4 of the podcast pretty good. I think there's honestly some snippets in there that you could still use.
I'm gonna use snippets of that for sure.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
That could be definitely like the lost episode for sure.
I would love that.
Yeah.
I love that. It's definitely worthy of that title.
Well, because I'm curious to see like when shit started hitting the fan. You know, like when things were like, because I feel like we were on that level buzz for a minute where we were just flowing and talking, right? And then next thing you know, I don't know. I don't remember anything after the bathroom break. That's why I asked you in the morning, like, if I Mel Gibsoned or did anything crazy.
I don't think you said anything dumb or offensive,
Okay.
but we'll see.
Okay. I mean, let's review first, because I can't get canceled now. My career hasn't even started yet. So it's like...
Yeah. Once we get some fuck you money, then we'll do whatever we want. We'll release the episode in its entirety eventually.
Right. Okay.
Eventually.
But right now we can pick and choose. Okay.
Yeah. Well, I'll pick the. I don't know. I don't want to say PG, but like the usable parts. It's still like 2.5 hours. There's got to be some good stuff in there.
Yeah, for sure. There has to be. Oh man, I had never done anything.
Oh, okay. So I just pulled up Time, as in Time Magazine's 2020. Oh, watch the year in review. I don't know if I want to watch. Do they have
humbug?
Do they have a text version?
I don't think they have an annotated version or anything like that.
How dare they?
I know, right?
Oh, they have a Netflix 2020 year in review.
Is it just one full hour of people bitching and moaning?
Maybe.
Because I heard a lot of that.
Just shut up, man.
Because I got a lot of that during COVID. I mean, during 2020. COVID 2020 is the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One and the same, at least in the U.S.
Yeah.
Where are these all? What happened?
Can we just use our minds?
I mean,
like, can we just start from January in our mind's eyes and then just go from there?
Okay, what happened in January?
Okay, I'll tell you what happened in January.
I don't think anything happened in January.
Yeah, I'll tell you what happened.
The New Year started.
The New Year started, right?
And the U.S. just didn't make.
Well,
it made light of coronavirus because it wasn't really here yet.
Well, all the meme pages were like releasing all these COVID memes. Like, yeah, I remember there was, and I got a good laugh off of them for sure. At that time, and I'm sure a lot of people did. But January, what did we start with? We started with I Go by Fights and big events. So I believe January was McGregor Cerrone, which we saw together.
That was quick.
Yeah, real quick one. Remember we were at the recess room and then they were playing the fight and it lagged and then the head kick landed and then when the stream came back, the fight was over.
That's so messed up, dude.
I remember like we were watching the fight and then the head kick landed and everyone was like, "Oh!" and then it stopped right at the head kick and then the fight was over.
Just 2020 things.
Yeah. Yeah. That was beautiful. That was a good night. I do recall that. January, Kobe died.
Was that January?
I think so. Look it up. Look into it, Jamie.
I'm looking for. Yeah, I am. Jamie and Joe.
Yeah.
of my own show.
Yep.
Ooh, look at that. I'm also Dr. Seuss.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. LA Times.
Are you subscribed
Times.
though? Because they might hit you with that ad. Oh, subscribe now.
Oh, no. They want us to know.
Okay.
Okay. So going from the top of January, how is sound? Sound still looking good?
Yeah,
Hey, sound. I'm going to turn myself up just a tiny bit,
for sure.
just so you guys can still hear me. Peter's coming in nice and clear.
Yep, as usual.
Okay.
Well, not really, but
So January, actually, it goes straight into
a wildfire.
January 1st, one of the worst wildfire seasons. I don't know about wildfire, but oh yes, Australia was on fire, bro.
Yeah.
Australia.
Yeah, there was that famous image of the kangaroo, like stuck in the barbed wire, charred to pieces. Not to pieces, but charred to the bone.
Dang, dude.
Yeah. Let's see.
And then the general of Iran, leader of the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps Quds Force, sorry if I said that wrong, is killed in a U.S. airstrike in Iraq. I'm not going to get into that one.
Yeah.
Just because I honestly don't know much about that. So
Not our wheelhouse.
Not
our department.
Not going to speak on that. Oh, 1917, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood and HBO are the big winners at the Golden Globe Awards.
Nice.
Still haven't watched 1917. I did just watch Little Nicky with Quentin Tarantino in it, though.
Oh, he was in it?
Yeah.
What the heck?
He's like this, like one of those crazy, like, street preachers, like, the end is near. He played that character in, like, Little Nicky. Yeah.
I don't even remember that. I mean, to be fair, I don't really remember Little Nicky that much. I remember
I never watched it.
I watched the basketball. Like, I remember the basketball scene.
Yeah.
Where, like, the referee's, like, possessed or something.
Yeah. That was good. So I just watched Little Nicky last night, and
that's what you gleaned from Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. When you remember the cameo from Little Nicky, that's the first thing that pops in your head.
I just saw Tarantino in the picture, and I was just like, "Oh, dude, yeah."
Okay.
I didn't think he would be in such a movie like that.
He's always in random cameos though, because he was also in a few Alias episodes. I think he directed an Alias episode too.
Okay, January 7th. Moving on to bad stuff again. The CDC, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, issues a travel notice for Americans going to Wuhan, China. On December 31st, 2019, Chinese authority had reported a cluster of pneumonia cases associated with a seafood and poultry market in Wuhan, right? And that's when everyone was talking about, oh yeah, if you eat bats, bro, people eating bats. And then we obviously found out that was a lie.
Yeah. Some anti-Asian sentiment up in her.
I mean that ensues later once America gets into it. We'll get to that part.
Oh yeah, I have a lot to say. I mean, we have a lot to say about that part.
And then January 8th, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle step back from royal duties. I was just talking about this.
Okay.
And not about this happening, but like the royal family.
Yeah.
And it's like they have to make, because they're doing a podcast now.
Oh, are they?
I don't know if it's this prince or the other prince. But they're doing a podcast, which is interesting. I was like, oh, a royal podcast.
What are they going to be talking about? Corgis and like...
They have to make... The thing is, they have to make money somehow, because old money.
Yeah.
And if it's not invested somewhere, if they have no revenue stream, and eventually that has to run out.
So what's Meghan Markle going to do? Like a fucking lifestyle? Like
She was an actress, right?
Yeah, she was in Suits.
I didn't watch
Suits. A C-level show.
Ouch.
I mean, let's be real. It's the Grey's Anatomy at the legal, like, procedural, you know? Like,
but Grey's Anatomy had cult following.
This is true. I mean, Grey's Anatomy,
also
talk about
on TV
fucking
forever.
empire. Yeah. Like...
I never watched Suits.
Same. I've
heard of Suits, and I heard it was good.
All my cute ABG friends who wanted to be lawyers love Suits.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It's kind of a bro-y show.
It is a bro-y show, but I don't know. My brother, when he was in law school, watched Suits a lot because it was just like, it was one of those shameless, shows about the...
Sorry, yeah, Peter's reacting to my face. For those of you listening, just to explain, pause. Yeah, I forgot that the U.S. House voted to send the articles of impeachment, abuse of power, and obstruction of Congress against President Trump to the U.S. Senate. Doesn't that feel like such a long time ago? I mean, at this point, it's almost a year.
Yeah.
Totally forgot that happened.
Yeah. Wonder what happened to that. Oops.
Whoops. Well, he's not be president for much longer. Okay, January 20. The first case of a coronavirus infection, that of a 35-year-old man who returned from China, is reported in the U.S. Oh, so it started in January.
So that's why people started hating the Chinese or Asians, because someone brought it back from China.
That amongst many other things.
Right, yeah.
I'm like, oh. And then suddenly every Asian person or a person that looked Asian was suddenly had the coronavirus and was like, oh, it's a genetic plague.
No, yeah, I was just trying to adopt an emic perspective with our oppressors, you know? So I'm just trying to see how they're seeing the world. So, okay, that kind of makes sense. Kind of.
Yeah, if you can't tell, Peter's tilted.
Yeah.
Peter's offended.
Yeah. A wee bit.
A wee bit. I'm not saying that I'm not offended.
Yeah.
But, oh, yeah, and this is
a big one.
This is a big one.
Yeah.
Especially for me and all of us people living in Southern California.
Yeah.
And really, I mean, the franchise, too.
It shook the world. It really did.
January 26th, Kobe Bryant and his 13-year-old daughter, Gianna, and 7 others, which were all like family friends, died, including the pilot.
Yeah.
Like that's their regular pilot. They died in that helicopter crash.
One of the people on the plane was an OCC coach.
I think so.
Yeah, he was like on the baseball team. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. And his daughter was on the same basketball team as Kobe's daughter.
That's right.
I believe that's
Kobe was always an OC boy. Right. I mean, he always repped it. He was
Yeah, dude. That was sad. Still is sad, dude.
Yeah.
Like super young.
Yeah.
He did his thing as a lifelong Laker. Still like one of my idols for just even outside of sports, just like work ethic and hustling and just perfecting a craft. Like he really showed us how to do it.
Yeah.
You can see his studying and the way he moves. Like you see he studied Jordan and then obviously doing his own little spice in there. Yeah, it just hurts too. I mean, not that it makes it his death any less, but the fact that like young children, including his daughter, also went, and unfortunately, it seemed like something that could have been avoided. You know, ultimately, it's like it hurts even more.
When was January 26th? I'm gonna look because I remember that morning.
Like what day was that?
Yeah,
I think it was a weekday.
Was it a weekday? Because man, I'm trying to 26. That was a Sunday.
Oh, yes, because Billie Eilish swept the top 4 categories at the Grammys. Bring it up to a high note. Billie Eilish and her brother Phineas O'Connell. Mm-hmm. Brilliant, both of them. As a musician and just an artist in general, they're both young, so we're gonna see a lot more of them. But I think we're gonna see a lot of like amazing things that in like 50 years. It's gonna go down as like, oh, these guys are like some of the greatest have ever done it.
I wasn't aware of Billie Eilish until like not even like maybe 2 years ago or so when she was start.
Yeah. It's she's still very new, and then people are just now figuring out who Phineas O'Connell is, her brother, who goes by Phineas. But he helps produce all of
because they do it all in their room, basically. Right?
Yeah, at home.
Yeah.
Before being at home was cool.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, honestly, don't know too much about their work. I just know of it from going to boba shops and hearing that shit play on repeat. So, let's see. The WHO declares the coronavirus outbreak a public health emergency.
Yes, the World Health Organization. That's January 30th.
Yeah. And
at that point, the U.S. was not taking it seriously because it wasn't really spread out around here. January 31st, UK withdraws from the European Union. Oh, yes, Brexit.
Making Brexit official. Actual separation will occur.
Pretty soon.
December 31st.
And then January 31st.
God save the Queen.
President Trump bans travel from China with a few exceptions, a.k.a. the elite.
Yes.
And then February. Oh, yes, the Kansas City Chiefs defeat the San Francisco 49ers in the Super Bowl.
Wow.
That must have been like the last feel-good thing to happen before everything shut down.
Dude, a day before that was me and Lauren's first date. And I remember watching this shit in Long Beach with John Pham. And then Like, he was like, "Oh, how was your date?" And I was like, "It was really good." And then, and
there
then,
you go.
Then, we didn't even watch the game. We just drank beer. But let's see, politics. Can we skip that? Because who cares?
I don't care.
Let's see.
Oh, this one is kind of funny. There's some good memes that came out of this one. Impeachment overshadows President Trump's State of the Union address. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi tears up a copy of his speech during the last few seconds. There's some good memes that came out of that. I'd have to pull them up, but I'm not fast enough. I'm not Jamie fast to find those.
Well, yeah, snake in the grass doing snake in the grass things to another snake in the grass.
Yeah, I don't like getting too much into politics because at the end of the day, it's just two common people fighting over what the elites who don't really know who we are or care who we are doing.
Yeah,
and we're fighting over what they tell us that they're fighting for, when really they're just fighting for their own personal interest and gains of themselves and their associates.
we should have a philosopher king or a warrior king again, or queen. Like, bring it back to the old days. Like the fit of the fit, the smartest of the smart. They go head to head.
I think
in rhetoric.
Ooh, in rhetoric.
In rhetoric, and then they'll battle each other with the debate first, and then the second tier is hand-to-hand combat, and the third tier, I don't know what the third tier would be, but there'd be 3 rounds. There'd be the rhetoric round, the combat round, and then
so there's going to be a debate. There's debates first,
right.
Debates and trivia.
Yep.
And then trial by combat.
Trial by combat.
We basically set up like a pride bracket.
Yeah, pretty much.
Which is like an MMA thing where
soccer kicks are allowed.
If you guys don't know what Pride is, look it up. You think UFC's nasty?
Yeah.
Like Pride had even less rules. You could pretty much do anything.
You could do like jump and stomps.
The first round is 10 minutes long. It's just ridiculous. It's a ridiculous way to fight. And they used to do tournaments where you'd fight several times within the same day.
Yo, my friend and I, my boy Misael, we watched one of the old Pride cards back. It was stacked. Like Rampage. It was one of those tournaments. Oof. It was like Rampage, Shogun, Vanderlei, Ricardo Arona. I think it was Shockwave 2005. Oh yeah, that was the Fedor and Crow Cop fight. But we watched that whole card during COVID just because there's nothing better to do. But that shit was sick. But going back to my point, politicians should just fight it out and also think it out. Like, and they should just strip off, like, the audience should be blind, or there should be a way where the audience can't pick a side, a partisan side. They just hear who's winning the fight or who's speaking. Maybe they can speak through a microphone and it changes their voices or some shit. But,
so that way we don't have like a bias.
Exactly.
When they're listening to them.
Yeah. So then the audience can be like, okay, who sounds smarter? And then they can have like Joe Rogan on play-by-play.
You know what they should do is like, remember those old like blind dating shows from like...
Yeah, like Blind Date.
Is that what it's called? Is it called Blind Date?
Well, Blind Date...
Like, it was like one person be asking questions. It's like, oh, candidate number 1 and candidate number 2.
Yeah.
Is that what that show was called?
I think so. There was a bunch of shows like that.
Yeah. But I think that'd be funny if you have the mediator be someone who can't see who it is. And then the candidates are all like blocked off in their own little box.
Yeah.
And they had voice morphers. And then that way, then when the questions are being asked, you know, it's super blind. So the mediator is absolutely neutral. And, you know.
That's the way for objective. That's why I believe in trial by combat from Game of Thrones. Because, like, if it's in the hand of the gods.
And I still want the mediator to be Joe Rogan.
Yeah, no, keep the mediator. But, like, whoever speaks through the voice morpher, it should just come out as, like, Bane's voice.
We will rise up.
Yeah. Imagine
from the darkness.
Everyone would benefit from that. I mean, politics is just a meme in general now. So why not just embrace it? Guarantee you, Kanye will probably be president in our lifetime.
You merely adopted the freedom. I was born in freedom.
Born by it.
That'd be so good.
Yeah. Anywho, let's go back. Let's see what this impartial news source, Los Angeles Times, is posting, or what the timeline is.
Yes, Parasite pulls off an upset at the Oscars. That was so good.
Okay, hot take.
So what are you gonna say? I already know you. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I think a lot of people would appreciate this one. I remember I was changing in like the closet. I was just talking to Lauren, and all of a sudden, I just dropped all my clothes, and I was like, I just have to say this right now. And then she's like, what? And I was like, I'm gonna fucking say this. Parasite? I don't remember shit from that. I was like, how did that thing win Best Picture? It's like a good art film.
Yeah.
It's a good art film.
I think why I liked it was because the trailer is so deceiving.
Yeah.
They make it seem like it's gonna be this scary, super wild like movie, and then it's totally not a scary movie.
No, it's not. Yeah.
It's a thriller of sorts, but they totally make. And then especially, I don't know how it's translated elsewhere, but at least in the U.S., Parasite, like maybe they're infected or possessed, and right? And so it fills you up with all these ideas of like what could be going on, and so I think a lot of it has to do with that, like that preemptive bias that you have going in based off of the name and the marketing. Super smart.
I think a lot of people drank the Kool-Aid though for that movie.
I liked it. I think that was my reason for it.
I get you.
Their marketing thing, I think it worked.
Dude, I was reading some reviews where it's like Parasite quite possibly could be one of the greatest films ever made. I'm like,
I don't know about that.
Sit your ass down. Do you even film, bro? Like, what?
Yeah. It's really good.
Yeah, it's a good ass movie. I'm not saying it's not a good ass movie.
I don't know if it's like a GOAT film.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing. Maybe it's because I'm like a Scorsese like dick writer, but like I remember like scenes from The Irishman, which people thought was a boring ass movie. I
still haven't watched that as well.
Love that movie. I remember scenes from that movie like very vividly. I can like tell you like, oh yeah, that's when Jimmy Hoffa did blah blah blah, and there was like hot dogs and beer, like cooked in beer batter or whatever. I don't remember anything from Parasite. I remember the rum done, and I remember like the guy in the cellar. I remember the fucking rock.
And don't spoil it just for those.
I know. At home. Like they're gonna read the subtitles. Like I remember the fucking rock, and that's about it. That's it. Oh, the rock is like the monolith from 2001: Space Odyssey. Like it's a good ass movie. It's an art film. I'm all about that.
It is an art film. Yeah, it is an art
film. Like it's like one of those Criterion. I mean, the Criterion Collection is releasing Parasite, so like I get it. But is it the best picture of the year from 2019? I don't know. I loved Marriage Story. Marriage Story was fucking good.
I just watched Uncut Gems.
Oh, I didn't see that.
That was pretty dang good.
Yeah.
Pretty dang good. Adam Sandler, I was like, whoa, bro. And the thing is, I watched Little Nicky and Uncut Gems back to back.
You did an Adam Sandler double feature with
yeah. If that's not one way to talk about range.
Talk about stark contrast, dude.
Yeah. Watch Little Nicky first and the night on Uncut Gems.
Oh, I heard Uncut Gems is like a heart attack. Like it's just a really intense movie.
It is. Yeah. It is.
Like it's just
especially
pounding.
At the end, you're just like, it just fucking draws out that last part so long.
Wow.
Because a lot of it rides on the outcome of a basketball game.
Does Kevin Garnett die?
No, Kevin Garnett doesn't die.
Okay,
but he plays an interesting role in it.
Okay.
I did not think he I didn't expect him to have the role that he had.
Hey, Kevin Garnett's the dude that like has the famous like victory screech, right? You know what I'm talking about?
Victory screech?
Yeah, he has like some kind of one. Like I don't know what team he was playing on. They won the finals or some shit.
Celtics.
Like, yeah. And then I'm not a basketball guy. My basketball knowledge only goes to Space Jam in the '90s. But like
Space Jam.
Yeah, because that was the era I followed fucking basketball. But like, yeah, he was like, "This is what dreams are made of. This is what dreams are made of." Like, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, or this shit is happening. I don't know. I remember Kevin Garnett from that, and then when I found out he was in Uncut Gems, I was like, "Whoa, damn!" Not How the Mighty Have Fallen, because like clearly he's in like a Oscar nominated film that kind of revitalized Adam Sandler's career. So like. And those dudes, the Safdie bros, they're crazy. They're kind of accredited for a fucking what's his face? Rob Pattinson's resurgence from Swibro to serious actor.
What did they do with him again?
They did Good Time. I didn't see Good Time.
Oh, I think it's on Netflix right now.
I've been wanting to see Good Time. Here's a good time, but yeah.
So, man, who else is in Uncut Gems? I'm looking for a guy. Yes, there he is. Lakeith Stanfield. He's in Knives Out.
Oh, right.
He's like the assistant detective. And he's also Darius in Atlanta. Bro, This guy is so good.
Okay.
He's so good. He's got range.
Okay.
He's got range. Remember this guy. Remember this guy. He's good, dude.
I've seen him in other things too, but I'm trying to remember what.
I like him, dude. Oh, he's from San Bernardino?
Man, I'm a month older than that fool? Or he's a month older than me.
Dude, he's a local. SoCal, baby.
What's up? Let's see. What else is
BoJack Horseman.
Atlanta?
Someone Great. The Girl in the Spider's Web. I don't know all of the... Oh, he's in... Oh. What? He's L in Death Note? Interesting.
Wow. Interesting.
Snowden.
Oh, he's in the movie Dope. Okay.
Selma.
Oh, he's okay. Anywho, we can go back to the timeline.
He's in The Purge. He's got some good credits, man.
Excuse me.
I still think his best is yet to come. That's just me. I think he's legit, dude.
I haven't been really like... I know what you're feeling with like an actor, like where you're like, oh, I can't wait for...
He's going to do some good stuff.
Yeah, like...
He's already done good stuff.
That sentiment, I haven't felt that way in a long time. I haven't seen anyone yet, so maybe it might be him, but I haven't seen any... Last guy that I felt that way towards was fucking Oscar Isaac.
Oh,
I was like, oh yeah, this guy...
Oscar Isaac.
Yeah, I was like, this guy's going to be in some good shit.
He's
And
like on my Mount Rushmore for sure.
Yeah. I mean, and he's done some really sick-ass shit, so like...
I mean...
Except for like the Star Wars movies and X-Men Apocalypse.
Oh, those wait, like Ex Machina, dude.
Oh yeah, he's great in Ex Machina. Yeah, again, that's why I was like so hyped. I mean, he's gonna be in Dune, which I'm pretty stoked
Dude,
for.
Dune's gonna be freaking nuts.
Yeah.
Bro. There's so many people that are
I know,
built on
it's
that.
so stacked. And the fool did a fucking Blade Runner 2049, a movie that we'll never forget.
And Hans Zimmer, bro.
Yeah, Hans Zimmer.
Hans Zimmer. Hans Zimmer.
Yeah, like I'm stoked. I'm stoked for that movie. Although it's gonna go to HBO Max, which I'm like,
Oh, is it direct?
I think so. I think that's Warner Brothers.
Come on,
plan.
Pfizer, Moderna, help me out.
Yeah,
Trying
like-
to watch Dune properly.
It's yeah. I mean, you've heard about the Warner Brothers backlash, right? A lot of filmmakers are like biting the hand that essentially is feeding them. Like Nolan and Villeneuve, a lot of guys are coming out saying like, "Man, fuck you, Warner Brothers." I mean, I think it's a tricky situation because like if theaters won't be open, then how can you expect theatrical distribution like for a
Right.
minute?
I think they should plan for both.
Yeah,
Like have the at-home thing regardless,
yeah,
and then
yeah. Then people can waste their money like they did with Mulan.
damn son.
Did you see Mulan?
Still haven't watched
I
it.
didn't see it. I spoiled it for myself.
I heard some people say it's good. Some people say it's bad. I think if people are watching it just to watch a movie, it's good. I think people that are like looking for the greater message don't like it. That's just my observation of other people.
Seeing the trailer and then hearing about what they changed, I think there's some fundamental flaws because, I mean, I think the beauty of the...
Did we talk about this last time? I think we did.
Oh yeah, we did.
We did. I don't want to get too deep into it because they can just listen to the last one.
Basically,
Still upset. I'm like,
still upset.
They could have brought back Eddie Murphy.
Yeah,
Could have brought back Eddie Murphy.
they could have had Shang.
They
Could have had Shang. Most importantly, they could have had Shang.
Poe?
Des for Shang.
Poe.
Who's Bo?
Poe.
Oh, Poe. Oh, right.
the
Jim
giant.
Poe. Yeah.
Who picks everybody up.
Yeah. I don't think they had that fool. I don't know if they did.
I don't know.
Like,
I'm just assuming he's not in there. He didn't seem like he's...
I just hate the chi thing. Like, she's a badass woman. Let's give her magical powers. Like,
She can't just be a badass woman.
yeah.
She's like, she has to have
She
this
can't just
other-
fucking be Furiosa or some shit, like, who
Yeah.
just gets her shit fucking rocked.
It's
Like,
not enough for her to just be badass.
So she's just Asian Ray, basically.
Basically.
Yeah. I mean, it comes from the same company, so go figure. But, like, I don't know. Anyway, they need to just stop making movies by committee and just start making good-ass movies again. Like Parasite. Just because I didn't think it deserved to win Best Picture, I still think it's a fantastic movie. I just think it's the Slumdog Millionaire of 2019.
Oof.
Because no one remembers Slumdog Millionaire from 2008. Everyone remembers The Dark Knight. And the reason why they expanded categories post 2008 was because of The Dark Knight. Because everyone was like, that movie should have been nominated, and people need to take like high concept superhero films more seriously.
Yeah.
And that's why the categories or the amount of Best Picture nominees has broadened solely because of Christopher Nolan's Dark Knight. So, I don't know. Who knows? I don't know what the best movie of 2019 actually is because I would be curious. Who the hell thinks that the best movie of 2008 was actually Slumdog Millionaire? No one remembers Slumdog Millionaire.
Over Dark Knight?
Yeah, like, come on.
I mean, J-Ho was a thing for a while.
You're right. I mean, I'll play that at my wedding. Like, I think it's a great bop. But
it's a straight banger.
Yeah. Yeah, let's be real. Let's see what else is on. Let's see what's on the timeline. Okay,
wow, we're only in February.
February 11th.
Oh, yeah. My boy Bernie Sanders won Vermont.
Okay.
He didn't win in the long run, though.
Damn. They're always screwing over Larry David.
Oh, dang. February 17th, the Boy Scouts of America seeks bankruptcy protection under a new wave of child abuse claims. Okay. I did not read the whole thing at first. I was like, first of all, bankruptcy. I'm like, whoa. And then child abuse, I was like, not surprised.
Not really surprised either. We get a bunch of kids in short shorts and telling them to wear scarves and stuff and go into the woods. You're just asking for problems, man. Especially when you don't have, like, you're getting randos running those camps. Come on.
And February 23rd, Ahmaud Arbery, a black man is shot and killed by a white father and son while jogging in Georgia. And then that will obviously lead up into further tensions.
Classic white America. Bob Iger steps down from Walt Disney Company after 15 years on the job. Bob Chapek is named new CEO.
Don't know what that means for us. Oh, February 29th. The first COVID-19 death is reported in the U.S., though earlier deaths will be reported later. March. Ooh, this is where things get interesting.
Blah, blah. Let's see. Joe Biden, lame.
Oh, Italy, yes. Italy places itself on a nationwide quarantine to slow the spread of coronavirus. The Dow Jones Industrial Average plunges more than 2,000 points. Bro, yeah, that was crazy.
Wow.
Italy, dude.
Yeah.
Everyone was talking about that. And then people were like singing outside on their balconies. I'm like, if that isn't the most Italian thing you could have expected out of like a Walt Disney movie, I was like, that was it.
Imagine the family dinners too.
If only they just had spaghetti. They're tossing baguettes to each other.
Just slurping espresso. Let's see. The WHO declares a pandemic. Cool story, bro.
Oh, Harvey Weinstein sentenced to 23 years in prison for rape and sexual assault.
Oink, oink, motherfucker.
Congrats, Hollywood.
Yeah, good job. Nice walker.
Oh, yes. This is when stuff started getting real for coronavirus out here.
Woody announces he and his wife...
Tom Hanks, the actor, March 11th, announces he and his wife, Rita Wilson, tested positive for coronavirus in Australia.
In Australia, huh?
And then on the same day, the NBA was like, not going to mess with that. The NBA suspends its season indefinitely over the pandemic. And the Lakers were on a hot streak. But it's okay. Things turned out the way they're supposed to be for the Lakers. And then Major League Baseball suspends their spring training the next day on March 12th. Same thing. The NFL, American football, suspends its 2019-20 season indefinitely, as well as the National Hockey League and Major League Soccer.
The UFC suspends all shows for 20... Oh, no, they didn't do that.
Yeah,
never mind.
UFC did not.
The UFC did not. They led the charge. Was like, what? So good on you, Uncle Dana.
The UFC is like, what?
What? Nah, we still fighting. Let's see, the NCAA. Okay. Cool story,
yeah, you don't need to put young kids at risk for...
Yeah, the Los Angeles Unified School District announces it will close all of its schools.
It's March 13th.
What's new?
Look at now there's less time in between days. Like each day is having like multiple things go down. Trump declares the coronavirus is a national emergency. Same day, on March 13th, Breonna Taylor is shot and killed in her home in Louisville, Kentucky by police serving a narcotics warrant in search of a suspected drug dealer. For those of you who don't remember, she was asleep in her own home, and the police raided the wrong home and killed someone that was not moving in their sleep. And that person was innocent, and they died.
I have a few white girls on my Instagram feed that haven't been saying her name anymore, so I think that's a shame. But
that's some sarcasm, folks, because people got super big into
slacktivism and posturing.
Yeah.
Oops. We care about minorities. Support black-owned businesses. You know.
And I'm only laughing for those of you that don't know and can't tell. I am a minority as well, and so it's just funny.
I am too, technically.
Like,
even though we are the model minority, in quotes. But
yeah, is it because we're like quiet and we don't rise up?
It's because we haven't.
We get good grades.
We get good grades and we get good jobs. But although it's harder for your kids in the future and my kids in the future to go to good ass schools because that's expected of us. So hey, yeah, it's sick as hell. Let's see, Spain. Cool story, Spain. The Dow Jones. Okay, that's
okay. Spain goes into nationwide coronavirus lockdown. Cool story, dick. We care about you too, Spain.
Yeah. Let's see, Governor Cocksucker announces extraordinary measures directing all.
Wait. I feel like the LA Times totally skips thing. March 16th, the Dow Jones Industrial Average falls by basically 3,000 points, the largest single-day point drop ever amid the coronavirus outbreak. March 16th is pretty much the day, at least locally here in Southern California, where everything just shut down. Everything's like, okay, everything's closed. If you're not like a grocery store or a restaurant that you can do takeout, like everything's closed.
Yeah.
There's no exceptions. And at that time, it was super scary, dude. Like,
yeah, dude.
There's nothing there was no information. The U.S.
Do you remember all the Karens that raided the toilets? The toilet papers?
I was like, I don't think no one was in my
toilets, but you know.
It's also kind of weird because my aunt's name is Karen. So I automatically think of her.
Oh, yeah.
And now, like, I just have the image of like my aunt, like,
does she have a Karen haircut
with a spear raiding a toilet?
Yeah, but that was stupid. That was so dumb.
Okay, mind you, it wasn't just Karens that were getting toilet paper.
No, I know.
It was everybody. Everyone was rushing. Not just Costco and Sam's Club, but like every single store.
People were doing it out of necessity because we needed to wipe our asses. But motherfuckers be stealing all the shit, and it's not fair. That's why they had to institute that rule where it's like, okay, only one person could buy like one roll. I think for certain places, right? Like they had to lock down.
Yeah, because they were running out, and then there's people who had like 10 million rolls of toilet paper. And then there's people who didn't have any for like a whole family.
I wonder who's the Heisenberg of fucking like toilet paper right now. Who's just sitting on like a fucking like stack, like a fat stack.
Oh, there's that one dude who did that with the sanitizer. Do you remember that?
Oh yeah,
then he's trying to sell it on like Amazon or eBay or something, thinking he's gonna make a bunch of money. And then I think he got fined. I was like, thank you, justice.
Yeah,
the one piece of justice that we got this year was over hand sanitizer.
Yeah, dude. Those motherfuckers be making good money, though. Straight up, though. Think about it.
You know who make good money? Disney, Netflix, Peloton, Zoom. That I use all the freaking time for this show.
They're the number 1 app now because of COVID.
Really?
Yeah.
Zoom? Wow.
Zoom is like the app of the year by default.
Their stock price like went crazy. Everyone's because you use it for everything: school, work, podcast.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna. Oh yes, the 2020 Summer Olympics were no longer the 2020 Summer Olympics because they got suspended.
Wow, we lost the Olympics. So we lost the Olympics and we lost EDC. It's funny because they're like
it's a music festival for these.
Yeah,
don't know.
Lauren has an EDC 2020 sticker. It's like see you next time or something like that.
It says see you next time on it. So. That's hilarious.
That shit's probably gonna go like for a lot of money one day, I would imagine, like an EDC 2020 sticker.
That'd be so dumb.
Imagine the possibilities.
But I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Tokyo 2021.
You down?
I'm trying to go.
I'm kind of down.
I'm trying to go.
I would like to.
I always have wanted to go to Japan, and I've always wanted to go to the Olympics.
Yeah.
And so if I don't do it next year, I have to wait till it comes to LA. Speaking of which, LA, we're repping you super hard with our denim jackets.
I know. What's up?
What up?
What's up?
What up, fam?
Yep. This was not planned at all.
What up, John fam?
It just happened.
It was not planned. Oh, I kind of planned it because I saw him wearing it and I was like, I'm going to wear mine.
Oh, yeah. That's right. You did.
Yeah.
But
semi-planned.
Yeah.
Semi-unplanned.
Yeah. It was off the cuff, though.
It was Inception.
Yeah.
He didn't tell me to do it. I just like, that looks like a good idea.
Yeah. It would look good on me, too, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, I want to fucking go to Japan. I want to go everywhere. Like,
Well, once we're allowed to leave our country,
yeah,
not that we're not allowed to leave, just like no one wants us to go to their country
yeah.
for obvious reasons. Wow. By March 25th, 1 million Californians filed for unemployment. Whew. That's a lot.
Yeah.
That's like what? Not even 2 weeks? Or about 2 weeks?
All right, catch up, brother.
Then we got that stimulus package that was initially pretty decent.
Yeah.
And then they forgot about us for like 6 months.
Let's see. Let's see. Global COVID rise. Can we just bypass all like the statistics?
Yeah, we've been stuck in March for a little bit.
Well, because like everyone knows, we're just going back to the old fear mongering. Let's see.
Yeah. Let's move on to a different topic because I think we all kind of understand.
I think we know what COVID is at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Trump pulled from the WHO. And
Oh shit! Armed protesters. That's right.
The April 30th, armed protesters enter the state capitol in Lansing, Michigan, to demand an end to the pandemic lockdown. Look at these people are furiously screaming in the face of law enforcement officers over the fact that they don't want to wear masks.
Who
and
signed
stay
off
home.
on that goatee? It's awful. Like he's an ugly motherfucker, and they're all. Of course, they're all skinheads. Go figure. Go figure.
I'm not assuming. This is all Peter Tran. This is all Peter Tran, guys.
Yeah, my views do not reflect the views of this podcast, blah, blah, blah. But look at that guy. You can smell the dip from him a mile away. Is it skulls or what's it going to be? Is it snus? What like they do in freaking Sweden?
Yeah, it's crazy.
I don't get the whole armed, like, I get the Second Amendment stuff to a certain degree.
But if you're just protesting, like wearing face masks and like not wanting to like stay home,
that just means you're a little bitch.
Why do you need a gun? Why do you need to like show your weapon that can kill people?
ED is the biggest killer of all men. You know, erectile dysfunction. I think this is what we have to have a serious conversation about men. Caucasian men.
I'm not picking up on this joke.
No, yeah, we have to have a serious conversation about male Caucasian men suffering from ED that feel the need to bear arms to compensate for their lack of girth, and I think that's
okay.
I think that's kind of why people love the whole guns thing. That's why guys get lifted trucks.
Okay.
It
eventually came full circle.
Small dick, big problems. That's what I see.
I think it's more of a brain thing.
It's all the same. It's all the same. Cognitive dissonance. Like, come on.
All right, to be real, it seems like those that are typically from poorly educated areas tend to have these same sort of thoughts where they fall into these like really, really bad conspiracies. Not bad as in like what they are, but like just like
spreading misinformation.
Yeah, poorly put together.
Yeah.
And they just kind of take the headlines and the word of someone, oh, well, so-and-so from the liquor store said this, and they said that their uncle works for this company and they have the inside information. Then, it's like they don't really fact check anything.
Disgusting. Let me just scroll past his ugly mug. Okay.
Oh, the bees. But yeah, hey guys, do some research. Just generally speaking, and like people like think for yourselves. Maybe don't let others influence you. And maybe if you just ask yourself, what do I think? Maybe you'll have some different thoughts and some questions.
Don't tread on them, bro. They don't like that. Don't tread on them.
I'm just saying.
You're taking away their rights.
Check yourself before you tread yourself.
Yeah.
How about freedom? You also have the freedom to use Google and like search your own stuff, without confirmation bias.
Here's the thing, though. Going back to Michigan, if they were just peacefully protesting without the guns...
Well, if they were just peacefully protesting, then protesting. If they were just peacefully protesting, then maybe they would have just got shot and killed, like those who were peacefully protesting or like.
But they're peacefully protesting in Michigan, and they're white, so they probably wouldn't get shot and killed.
I don't know the demographics of Michigan, so I can't speak. So.
Well, I remember this specifically. It was just armed Caucasian militia storming the Capitol, demanding their fucking rights. As if they were some misplaced minority that's been.
I'm not going to go too heavy into the whole Caucasian thing.
Yeah,
and because someone who is both a colored minority and half white, you can't fight.
Oh, you're Jon Snowing it.
You can't fight the.
You can't fight both wars. But I'm sorry, I got to be Mons Raider and all this. But
I'm going to say it's not a good look. It's not a good look.
It's not a good look at all.
When Caucasian folks are going crazy over, I want my haircut and my Starbucks, and then you have black people that just like, hey, I just want to like walk down the street and fucking sleep in my own home without having to worry about being looked at a different way or being killed by the protectors of our communities.
Yeah.
Like, it's not a good look when you have that huge contrast of like, well...
It's a huge disparity. It's like, it's not even apples and oranges. It's like avocados and fucking like grapefruit. Like, it's
not even that. Like, it's one's avocado and one is like, here's some grass.
Yeah. Here's some weeds.
Like, this is a dead sunflower.
Yeah, like, know? It's...
Or dandelion, I should say.
Yeah, I don't know. I get really heated about that shit because, like, you know, for me... You're right in all that privilege. Like, why? Like, if the biggest crime in the world for the government is to take away your freaking guns, I'm not even for, like, getting rid of guns. I'm actually for, like, just more gun control, like, more rules and regulations in registering to have a firearm, restricting certain firearms being available to certain individuals. That's why...
Yeah, one of the things I will say about that is I think there should be a heavier psych eval.
Yeah.
And if me personally, I think you should be able to own even like assault rifles, but they have to be kept at facilities like certain shooting ranges that are accredited, that have, staff or whatever certification to be like, oh yes, we're allowed to like store these here, and we'll watch over, whoever is using these guns or storing them, and we'll keep track of the records of who owns them. So that way they're not just in someone's home, and then you don't have some kid who's being bullied at school going into his dad's, tool shed outside and then picking that up.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like the argument where it's like...
I'm not saying that's the only reason why we should have them locked up, but I think, like, yeah, you can still have hunting rifles and this and that.
No, yeah, I'm for that. I don't like the argument where it's like, oh, if there's more prohibition, it's going to end up being like the prohibition, which I don't think it would with guns, because you're not taking away the fundamental.
If you can still have like guns for self-defense,
right?
Like still have concealed carry as long as you're registered, right? It's if you're in a rush to get a gun, there's probably a good reason that you shouldn't have that gun.
Exactly.
There's no positive reason why I need this gun right away.
Yeah, or anyone who actually hunts doesn't have a need for an assault rifle. I don't care what kind of game you're trying to take down. You're not going to use an assault rifle to take down an elk.
Yeah, you're going to ruin
you're going to ruin the kill.
The meat, it's like
where's there a time and a place besides war and violence for an assault rifle?
Yeah.
Like when? Why does a civilian?
And if you want to play, then okay, you go to your gun range that is accredited. Yeah. Where you're on file of owning that gun. Yeah. There's authorized users or whatever.
It'd be like owning a boat. Mm-hmm. Like
you don't have your boat at your house.
Yeah.
You leave your boat at the dock.
Exactly. Yeah. People don't take their boat on the street. Like they can leave it on the street, but like, most people, I would imagine, put their boats in a fucking dock. So anyway. Don't mean to be too divisive here, Lord Blandin. I'm just speaking candidly.
Candidly.
Yes.
Hey, yeah, I'm not gonna tell you not to say things. I just want to clarify my stance as well.
I just come in hot, dude. You know this.
You do come in hot. Yeah. All right. Now to the more exciting news. May 3rd. The U.S. faces invasion of murder hornets, which threaten domestic bees.
Not the bees.
Not the bees. Now, that sounds ridiculous, but that was actually a legit concern.
Yeah.
And then they just disappeared. without anyone saying anything about it.
What's new? What's new? Fear mongering 101,
But
baby.
these murderers, these fucking assassins, these stone cold blood killers, as Joe Rogan would say.
Yeah.
Murderers, dude.
Did he talk about the murder hornets? He probably did.
Yeah, absolutely.
He probably did.
Because these hornets were ripping the heads off of bees. And they're just going like full like Rambo on these bees, just like wow.
The thing about murder hornet or the animal kingdom in general, people don't like to think about this, but
they think it's all just nice and lovely and like protect them. I'm
there
like,
are certain animals that will eat other animals alive.
yeah,
You know,
like bears.
right.
Bears will just hold you down and just chomp away at you.
Or like the African wild hunting dog will literally disembowel wildebeest while they're still alive, eating their innards. Otters will eat alligator snapping turtles from behind while they're still alive. That's just nature, guys.
Nature is metal.
Yeah.
You ever watch see that page?
No.
On Instagram?
Oh wait, I have.
Where just like gruesome
It's
photos.
super gruesome. I saw a few and I was just like, I love animals, I love nature. I can't follow this shit. Like, yeah, like
I follow it super hard. I'm just like every once in a while, I'm just like, oh
yeah, it's gross, dude.
Yeah, because it's real.
Yeah.
I like that because it's like, hey guys,
Yeah, well, it's good. It's
not all Lion King here.
Yeah, I'm not against. We want to talk about the subjects of Lion King. Think about this. Mufasa has a pride filled with lionesses, has one son, who Nala's the mom, but there's also Sarabi's the mom. Nala is eventually Simba's wife or girlfriend or whatever, and they have babies. Who's Nala's dad? Who's Nala's dad? And where does Scar come into this? We don't talk about those things. But who's Nala's dad? See, Disney had to gloss that part over. They're like, oh, we can't have incest with lions, so we're just. If there were three lions, like if there was Scar, Mufasa, and a third rando lion, you know,
Aslan,
it would be that's Nala's mom. But no, who's the daddy? Who's Nala's daddy?
I don't know. Who
I want to wear that shirt. Like, who's Nala's daddy?
Particular set of skills. Skills that make me dangerous for a hyena like you. Don't know who you are.
That's the sequel. That should be the Lion King sequel. Like, Nala's dad comes back. That'll answer everyone's questions.
Okay, on to the next.
Murder hornets.
Next beverage, sir.
Yeah.
I'll scroll this.
You just want to pull from this?
Pull?
Yeah, take pulls from this.
Just throw it back?
Yeah.
We can do a quick little. Oh, wait. We can do. Let me.
Oh, right. We're being recorded, so we don't want to go against COVID policies.
Yeah, we'll be polite for everyone.
Yeah.
Even though I'm tested and negative.
I'm just negative.
Peter can just be negative sometimes.
I'm just a negative person.
Hey, look at us recycling.
Yeah.
Yeah, very Angelino of us.
Yeah.
Look at us. That's the denim jackets, dude.
I think
it's
so.
The denim jackets.
It's really.
We're just way more conscious and like woke about everything.
Yeah, dude. I'm just trying to be a lot more mindful about my place in the world, you know? I mean, my place off Sawtell. Like, coming in hot again. You can tell I love LA.
What? Okay, May 15th, the Trump administration announces Operation Warp Speed. Hello, that sounds super cool. But has nothing to do with space. A public-private partnership, that is a tongue twister, to speed up development of a COVID-19 vaccine. But why is it called Operation Warp Speed? They try to make it sound super cool.
I mean, they also had like Space Force or some shit, right?
Yo,
Yeah,
can we talk about it real quick?
Yeah.
The Space Force, Mike Pence just announced it. Like, the soldiers in Space Force are going to be called Guardians.
That's actually fucking sick.
They're literally going to be the Guardians of the Galaxy, dude.
To Space Force.
So cool. I want to join the Space Force now.
Actually, me too.
I was one of the first Guardians of the Galaxy.
I found my calling.
Could be
all my life. I've been wondering what I could be.
I could be the world's best X-wing pilot.
Nah, man, you gotta help your Aunt Beru or whatever her name is, and Uncle Owen on Tatooine. Sorry, I'm like, you're just gonna be here for the rest of your life, kid.
Building droids.
So who's Luke and who's Han?
Woo. Huh?
Who's Luke and who's Han in our relationship? I hope I'm Han. Am I Han? Can I be Han? Come on. You're the wide-eyed, starry, like, yeah. I'm Christian.
You're
Glenn.
C-3PO, bro.
Why the fuck am I C-3PO?
Because of that. Because you're just like, whoa.
No.
you always get exasperated. If anything, you're like C-3PO and I'm
you're R2D2?
Yeah.
Okay. I can drink to that. Cheers, mate. Let's see. I'm gonna Jamie. Can I Jamie?
You talk like Han Solo though sometimes.
Oh, thanks, buddy. All right,
Thanks,
see.
pal.
Yeah, thanks, pal.
Let's get back to the Millennium Falcon.
The Falcon.
The Falcon.
Not the Falcon, but the Falcon.
Oh, this one. This one. You can relate to this. May 22nd. Lori Laughlin and Massimo Giannulli. That's the best way.
Yeah.
Massimo Giannulli.
Massimo
No, it's definitely-
Giannulli.
Massimo Giannulli.
Yeah.
Giannulli.
Pled guilty in the college admissions scandal.
Involving USC. It wasn't just USC, right?
It was a few colleges, yeah.
Right, but there's all like more renowned schools, and it's all people that are either super rich or like super famous, if not both.
Yeah. Or super privileged, or if all of it.
All of the above.
Yeah.
And so it's like, yeah, people always talked about that being a thing. Like, oh yeah, dude, they have so much money, or like, oh, they're famous. No wonder their kid goes there. And then it proved to be true. I bet you there's a lot more
dude.
that just haven't been tagged.
If you want
And
to
there's probably a
go
bunch of
into
kids
the
sweating right now.
if you want to go to the Disneyland of open secrets, just step onto the campus of USC.
Hey Snowden.
Yeah.
Hey Snowden. Snowden, can you hear me? Tell us the truth, Snowden.
Yeah.
FBI guy, you can F off.
Oh.
I'm just kidding. I don't have an FBI guy. I probably have like a CIA guy because I'm out in the public.
Yeah, I don't know who my guardian angel is in that regard. I hope he thinks I'm a solid dude, or she, or they. Like, whoever they may be.
Yo, okay, then we move on to May 25th.
Oh, the big one.
This is when there was
Things hit the fan.
Yeah, fit hit the shan
Mm-hmm.
with George Floyd dying after having an officer place their knee on the back of the neck, which is not part of training whatsoever.
Yeah.
What
What didn't we talk about? Because we talked about George Floyd like on the second podcast, right? We talked about everything that went down with that. Is there anything else you want to add to it?
Hey guys, I think everyone should do jiu-jitsu, especially police officers. That's just me, because if you did any amount of jiu-jitsu, you would know not to do that.
Yeah.
Not that I'm, a jiu-jitsu master by any means.
Yeah, I passed your guard once. Once
probably.
though.
Dude, I like barely jiu-jitsu. It's all good. It's all good. I have no claim to fame with jiu-jitsu.
I mean, I'm a white belt too, so it's
Yeah,
all good.
It's all chilling. But
Yeah.
even with the little bit that we've done, we know that hey, that's not something you do.
Yeah.
You don't
Especially the
you
back
don't
of the
attack
neck.
someone's spinal cord,
Yeah.
right? And their throat and their ability to breathe, right? This is just a dick move in general too.
Yeah, I mean,
But like, one, you would know what to do and not do,
Mhm.
and then two, because you know what to do and not do, you now have more responsibility as an officer. So that way, if you do something like that, it's like, well, this wasn't part of your training.
Yeah.
We trained you on how to do shit the right way.
Do police officers get a psyche eval?
I think there is one, but I don't know how deep it is.
Yeah. There's like one, but it's like the medical marijuana card, right? But for the police, like
It's
I have anxiety, and then
Yeah.
I want to be a police
But
officer.
now, from what I've heard and seen in the headlines, it seems like there have been efforts to.
I would imagine so. Like,
make it.
yeah,
here.
like
Dude, are you in Irvine?
yeah,
In Irvine, California, a lot of the cops up with salaries are making six figures. So
What?
I'm like, yo,
for pulling over old ladies.
and like, yeah, sure, there's a good amount of them that are making less than that,
Yeah,
like an average salary. We're like, okay, so you got to put in, I don't know, say a good handful of years, and
Yeah.
then after that, you're chilling, dude.
that's
You're making
crazy.
six figures. I'm like, You got to earn that. 4 years is not, even 2 years. 2 years of like full on training is not allowed to ask for making six figures.
Why are we not becoming Irvine cops? Another calling. If Space Force doesn't work out for us,
Guardian sounds pretty cool.
Guardian does sound pretty sick. Actually,
I want to
be a Guardian of the Galaxy too. We can be the Asgardians.
You know how many
of the
people? You know how many people are gonna join this Space Force just to become a Guardian of the Galaxy? A lot.
Well, what are open applications?
I don't know.
They're open applications.
I'm gonna send an email right now.
Yeah.
Sir, can I talk to your manager?
Yeah. It's a matter of national security or intergalactic security in our case.
Dude, that's gonna be sick.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, so either we become a Guardian of the Galaxy or Irvine PD if we want to make that money, that paper.
Ooh.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I love
or you can donate to the podcast for as little as 99 cents per month by visiting the anchor.fm website, which will be linked in the description. So you can support two young Asian American men just trying to live their dream of talking and making films and art. Hashtag art. Hashtag this is Arta.
Arta. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Really, it's just one Asian American man. I'm just your Brendan Schaub. I just show up to your podcast, you know.
Say, can you say saucy really quick?
Saucy? Saucy? Well, I don't have
like a half lisp.
Yeah, a little bit. It's the LA in him coming out.
Is it?
Do you notice that like his speech has changed since he moved to LA? Since he became like an E guy?
Oh, he's super with it, dude.
Yeah, I know. He's super.
Brendan Schaub is trendy as fuck.
I'm happy for him, but I kind of miss when he was just like, you know,
meathead Schaub.
Yeah, you know.
Oh yeah, I played football and I hate things now.
Yeah, like I dated Ronda Rousey.
I don't know.
He probably mispronounced.
Did you really?
Nah, but he mispronounces words or like people's names all the time. It'd be hilarious if he got Rhonda's name wrong.
I like the whole Thick Boy Bike Club thing. That's hilarious.
Well, I don't know anything.
You know anything about that?
I know he's a thick boy now because he can eat.
Yeah, he's a big dude.
Yeah.
But yeah, he has this thing on Twitter. Like every time he goes out for a ride, he'll be like, "Oh yeah, Thick Boy Bike Club." And now there's a bunch of people who are like going out on rides and like tagging him and hashtagging Thick Boy Bike Club. I think there's like some merch out there now. Even
should we join this club?
I'm trying to.
I kind of am down.
I'm not a thick boy.
You a thick boy. I ain't anymore, but I can get to that point again.
I like bikes. So.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Yeah, bikes are cool.
Bikes
have never done anything wrong to me, so.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Then shortly after the George Floyd passing away, there was a bunch of riots towards the end of May. That wasn't supposed to rhyme, but it did.
Mm-hmm.
Not trying to make a lot of the situation. Yeah, those lasted. Oh, dude. That's so crazy. I know this guy. That's Jarrett Connor.
Like, you actually know him?
Yeah, he's one of the fighters out of Point of Impact MMA.
What?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, dude. I remember him posting about this, wearing this exact outfit, dude.
Good on him.
Yeah, dude. It's super crazy. Hey, man, you're in the LA. Oh, I think he knows. I saw him post stuff in the news. I didn't know it was at LA Times.
Okay. Hopefully he got that pic without the Getty Images little, like, fucking watermark on it. They own the world.
Yeah, dude. Good on those people who stood up for justice. Screw all you guys who hop onto like every big gathering out in public and riot and like loot stores and like make it look like these good people are doing bad things.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. It could be a Lakers freaking celebration. It could be.
Dude, shit was crazy down Harbor actually when the Lakers won. So,
I bet.
Yeah. Like,
every time, dude.
Every time. Yeah. What is with people? Like humans in general. Why can't we just get our shit together?
That's my thing. That's my thing for like every sort of silly thing we do as like a group of people. It's like we've at least have been around for 2,000 years,
right?
In recorded history, actually much longer. But let's just say in the span of 2,000 years,
yeah,
we can't get our shit together. Hey, stop killing each other. Don't rape each other. Don't be a dick. Don't make fun of each other. Don't bully each other. Like all those basic things, like that we do every fucking day.
You have the benefit of living a zen-ass life, but unfortunately, everyone thinks that when they gather together, it's gonna be like the ending of Avengers Endgame, where we can all like unify and
becomes like the Purge.
Yeah, exactly. So, Our boy Manuel Crosby actually went to a protest, and he crossed the line. He like the actual line.
There's a line.
Like there was a line for the protesters and the police. Crossed the line because there's a moment of
Like
silence.
on purpose?
Yeah.
Okay.
He actually, I'm very proud of him for doing this. I don't know if I talked about this in the last podcast, but like he crossed the line.
Take one.
No, I mean, well, not the missing one, but the one that's on the ether. The previous one we did. But he once there was a moment of silence, he was on board with everything until everyone started chanting that all cops are pigs and all this stuff. Then he actually crossed the line and said, like, while I disagree with how black people have been treated by the police, I don't think you guys are all that, like, are all evil inherently. And I thought that was actually very mature of him.
Because blanket statements are fucking stupid.
Yeah.
All blanket statements are dumb.
Wow, we should rock those t-shirts, dude. Because I actually called the kid out on Instagram because he was like, if you support Trump, you're a fucking racist. And I'm like, while I didn't vote for Trump, I voted for Howie Hawkins. I was like, dude, you sound really naive. I was like, you naive as hell. I get it. You're in the TikTok world.
And if you're not
like
not willing to have conversation and discourse with people,
right,
as far as why they think the way they do or believe the things they say.
Yeah. Well, let me shoot this back at most people who say that all Trump supporters are racist. Does that mean all Cuban Americans and all Vietnamese Americans, a lot of Filipino Americans, I'm sure, who support Trump, are they all racist? Are they all white supremacists and fascists and Nazis? No. They're just people who come from area like the problem with socialism in America, or the how people view socialism in America, is not necessarily that socialism in and of itself is evil. It's because these marginalized groups who left countries that were primarily socialist, if not communist.
They saw this. They had witnessed the problem.
Right.
And then when they hear those words again, they're like, oh, that's why we left. Let's not do that again.
Right. So you have to adopt an emic perspective also, and just be mindful.
We got to hand it to those politicians because slinging those words around worked.
Right. Yeah. Totally.
That's why we also have to stop throwing around the word Nazi all the time. Yeah. I've done it a lot in the past, and I'm doing everything to stop using it because, and not that I'm like super connected to my German roots, but from what I know, people don't just like randomly toss out the word Nazi all the time in Germany because it's fucking embarrassing and it's super radical to call someone that.
Yeah.
Anyways,
a lot of Germans obviously do not look back in the 40s very fondly.
No. It's embarrassing.
Yeah.
It's super embarrassing.
Yeah.
And, it's these blanket statements, all Germans from the 1940s, all white people, all cops, all Trump supporters. I'm very much in the middle, and I think there are a lot of people who are there with me.
Yeah.
But again, blanket statements, guys, make a statement a different way. You can do it. Stop being lazy. I've seen a bunch of those clever little signs and posters out there. You can do something better than saying all. Because if you are protesting division with more division, where's the unity in that? Where's the justice? Where's the accomplishment? Like, so you just want to fight? Is that what you want to do? You just want to like keep on going until there's only one team left standing? Have at it. I'm gonna be chilling on Fight Island, away from all of your nonsense.
Yeah, I mean, because everyone's so quick to. I got canceled when I went to Colorado. I got canceled by a friend.
You tell me.
Yeah, I was like, dude, I wasn't even doing shit, and I got canceled. Why? It's like, because you traveled, you're gonna bring COVID back to California, and I'm like,
and we're not saying too that there isn't a problem with a lot of institutions. That's why there's protests in the first place.
Yeah.
But if you want to bring an open mind and open conversation, guess what? You have to have an open mind and bring open conversation and allow people to come back and say, oh, well, this is why I said this.
Well, know your fight too. Like, if you're telling people to stay indoors and social distance, don't fucking march all over Sunset Boulevard when Trump loses on election day and gather in crowds and social gatherings just because like your partisan boy won. Like, I think it's great. Personally, I think it's great that Joe Biden did win just because we can have some semblance of normalcy, establishment normalcy in American politics again. Even though that's like,
As in just another old white guy who's like not so radical in his speech.
I mean, let's be real. The Democrats aren't even that stoked that Uncle Joe won. It's just like he was the runner up. You know, he was the scrub. He's the guy in the baseball movies where like the main star gets injured and they're like, "Hey, Creepy Joe, you're up to bat." He's like, "Well, I don't even know if I remember how to hold a bat." Like, you know, and that's what we got as a president for the next 4 years. And that's good. Because we're not. The problem with Trump is like he doesn't. Well, maybe he did. He doesn't realize the hate mongering and the hatred and the division that he has stoked the flames for over the 4 years he was president. You know,
when I talk to, am I still here? Okay.
Oh yeah, you still here?
Okay. No, I'm good. Yeah. So when I have spoken to Trump supporters, that is the one thing that flies over their head.
Yeah.
Is the division. And unfortunately, it's people who are primarily white. And I'm not saying that, it's white people that are being ignorant or they're choosing to, you know, be blind to the struggles of minorities. But it goes with like anything else.
Yeah.
Right? If I'm into baseball and you're into MMA, we're not going to know what's going on in each other's world. Right? You're not going to know about baseball. I'm not going to know about MMA. Right? And so if I bring, did you see that home run last night? You're like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
You know, I was watching, you know, freaking Dana White yell at some dude about his contract. You know, and I'm like, who's Dana White? You know, it's going to be stuff like that.
You know?
And so when you do that with like race issues, right? Your social media and your community, if you are like in a Mexican community, right? And you primarily have Mexican friends and family, you're probably not going to really know what's going on with the Vietnamese community.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, it's different. And that's okay. But you're going to be, by default, just uninformed.
Right. Unless you want to be. That's the thing. You have to make,
you can make the effort.
Conscious choice.
However, what I've seen in this last election is Republicans, and, you know, really that's who I've been talking to. I wouldn't say Republicans and Trump supporters are one and the same.
No, they're
not.
Yeah.
These Republicans have like legitimate issues that they're upset about, which is fine, you know, and I can get why you'd want to vote a certain way. There are some people that heavily believe in one thing or the other, and one of my most recent podcasts talk about like one issue voters, right? Whatever it is they write on that. It's like whoever's on this side of my core belief that I vote on, you know, I'm going with that party.
Yeah.
And so it's more, I think, like policy and administration for Republicans, and for Democrats,
it's more the pathos, like
yeah,
human
more
rights and
culture.
Yeah.
And like being afraid of like, hey, like minorities aren't going to have the spot to speak and the respect that we've like worked so hard to get, and the rights that we've like tried to establish over like decades. You know, it's scary to feel that way.
I mean, I'm going to add fuel to the fire with this chick, but like, there's this girl that a friend of, it's actually one of those situations where it's a friend of a friend. And he showed me like her TikTok where she's gone viral, because she's one of the proponents of like the Republican, like pro-Trump party. She had a TikTok where she's swiping her card and it doesn't work. And then she's like, oh, that's because like white privilege doesn't exist. And I'm just like, you fucking idiot. Like, you absolute moron.
That's not how that works.
Yeah. Like,
as someone,
blonde hair, blue-eyed, you know, all the trimmings, HB Deluxe. Like, you know.
And again, I've experienced this myself. I've experienced white privilege, and I've also experienced what it feels like to be treated like a minority, right? Because
you were threatened on Main Street, weren't you?
Oh yeah.
You were threatened on Main Street
by a
white supremacist.
self-proclaimed neo-Nazi white supremacist.
Yeah, he was like, "Hey, this is the corner where my brothers are hanging out."
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Like,
and you know, there's times where, depending on how I dress, how light my skin is, and if I have no facial hair, I'm super clean cut. I look like your typical like white male. And then there's times, especially when I'm darker, my hair's like a little bit longer now, and I have facial hair, like, and I dress a certain way. People are like, "Oh, dude, you know, whatever." Basically, whatever brown local culture is predominant in the area. They just assume that I'm that thing. And so it's crazy to have experienced the difference.
Right. Well, why can't people understand or accept that I do live a life of privilege? Just like we as men live a life of privilege that women don't
absolutely
have.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
Like, why can't we just dignify that?
We live in a lot less fear than women do.
Right, exactly. Or like, you know, for our friends, like our boy Manuel, he talked about like being pulled over for no reason. Like, why can't we accept that there are actual disparities within our legal system?
Mm.
And to be like, okay, they exist. We should be there for those people.
Yeah, and unfortunately, if you don't see it and experience it within yourself or your group, your community, it doesn't exist to you.
Oh yeah, like,
And it's terrible.
there's a lot of work to be done with the Asians too, dude. For example, I got solicited by a transient 2 days ago. 2 days ago about my race. Can you believe that? Can you freaking believe that?
So what happened?
I'm literally waiting on a street corner. She rolls up and she's collecting trash or whatever. And then she's like, and I just ignored because I didn't know what she was saying. Then she's like, no, it's going to be okay, man. It's going to be okay. And I was like, yeah, it's going to be okay. She's like, are you Asian? And I was like, we're not doing this right now. Like, get the fuck out of here. We're not doing this right now. I'm not going to give you my money. Like, go somewhere else. I don't care that you're all like dirty and everything like that. Like, you don't get to fucking ask me about my shit. Like, so get the fuck out of here. I like Tony Ferguson heard. I was like, hey, hold on, brother, I'm talking. Like, you know, I was like, I ain't having this conversation right now with you. Like, come on. That's the thing. People think it's okay to fucking like talk shit about Asians or like to like, what are you? Christian, what are you? Like, how's that okay? Like, that's like me coming up to like any of my other friends who are minorities and be like, yo.
Yeah,
so
for the record, world, mostly in America.
Yeah, mostly.
The what kind of Asian are you question, don't ask that.
Yeah.
It's never okay.
No.
It's never okay because that just makes you make us a thing. We're no longer people.
Right.
We're just like this. Oh, wow. What it's like what kind of drink is this? Oh, it's so exotic.
Yeah. Does it have lychee and fish sauce in this?
Yeah,
Like,
and
come on, dude. Like,
yeah, we're just this novelty and it's
unfortunately,
Yeah,
it's one of those
disrespectful.
it's one of those unspoken things where there's I don't know if we talked about this or if we're being a dead horse, but there's definitely a fetishization of
It's
Asians.
very real. And I've also met people who especially like those who like aren't as exposed and like especially in Southern California where we live,
Mm.
a lot of diversity and so it's we're used to this understanding of different cultures and when I meet people especially from like flyover states, the Midwest, where it's predominantly white, like they do ask those questions and they you can see the intention. They're trying to have a good conversation and they're trying to understand you and that I'll take and that's
See,
okay.
That's okay.
Right.
In my opinion, if you're in the Truman Show and you've never seen a Vietnamese person before, fine.
Right.
But I get this shit from fucking people in SoCal.
Yeah. And it's like if you're the creepy dude at the bar talking to an Asian chick,
Yeah,
like, what kind of Asian are you? I'm like,
come on.
don't be that guy.
Like, if you're a SoCal person and you just feel in your heart of hearts to just ask someone what they are, it's like, why does it matter to you? Does it matter? Like, do you prefer fish sauce, fucking ponzu? What is it? like, why does it matter to you? When I went to freaking Ireland, nobody asked me what kind of Asian I was. They didn't even ask me what I was. They're like, oh, you from America? What part of America? California. Cool. That was it. Just Americans, for some reason, I don't know. It's this whole rear window syndrome where we just have to find out things about our neighbors or some shit. I don't know. But it's silly. And it fucking needs to stop. So that was just fresh on my mind. A transient asked me if I was Asian. I'm like, well, what am I, Puerto Rican? Isn't it fucking obvious that I'm like Asian? Like, come on. If you had to guess, Christian, what the fuck am I? I'm some kind of Asian, right? Like, come on.
You should just put on an accent and just mess with her.
I know, I should have just started
Don't forget Jesus!
No, I should have had to like put on like a thick Portuguese accent and just start fucking going. Obrigado, like, come on. Vous moi, hey, come on. Let's go back to the timeline. Let's see where we at.
Oh.
Ooh, easy there, Tiger.
My peeking a little bit.
Oh, oops.
I'm trying to stay on top of levels.
Yeah, last time was a bit of a cluster cuss.
This is pretty decent. I think I just get close to this, especially when I'm like
Oh yeah, 'cause
doing
yeah,
this exact thing.
you right there. Yeah. Okay. Let's see.
June. Oh, June. We'll go back to the NBA.
Yeah.
It restarts its season in the bubble.
Oh yeah, I remember that. That was wild.
Pretty cool. I mean,
Yeah.
like they all played in the same stadium, arena, whatever, and there's huge screens instead of the seats there, which is kind of cool for like playback purposes.
Yeah.
And then the fans would be like virtually like on the screen.
It was like Blade Runner status, right?
Yeah.
Like people would just be there.
I'm like, dude, if they could do like a hybrid of that, have these giant screens on the floor, I think that'd be kind of sick.
yeah.
You know, and they could charge a little bit more because there's not as many seats now. You gotta pay if you want these extra big screens in there.
I mean, that's probably where we're gonna head. Like, I mean, I think it's been set in stone where I think like going to a game, going to a fight, going to a movie, going to any show, it's gonna be unfortunately for the elite of the elite.
You know what? I think they'll keep eventually. They will have a hybrid where you can go in person, but they'll have those giant screens, and in place of those seats that used to be there, they'll have either virtual reality sort of deal, or they'll have a camera where you can have your screen like a TV at home, and watch the game from that POV of that particular seat.
Whoa!
And then once
that would be cool.
Technology has evolved even further, it'll be a hologram.
What if you could
That'd be dope.
Yeah, if you're a hologram, or better yet, you can warp into the seat and then dip in and out anytime you want.
Or you can just have like a little VR thing.
Oh yeah,
headset. So you look around as if you're actually.
So you're like Tony Stark, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see some. Yeah, that'd be fucking cool. Make it happen, Dana. Make it happen, Elon.
NBA guy, whoever's listening to my stuff, you're welcome. Do it.
Drop those NDAs, baby.
Let's
see.
Yep.
Protests in Atlanta after the killing of Rashard Brooks by a police officer.
As DJ Khaled once said, another one.
Yep. Or you played yourself.
Like it's sad that's just like, oh, yep, there's another one. Another one bites the dust.
Mm-hmm. All this Trump stuff, let's just skip it. He's yesterday's news.
We don't need to keep getting on the politics stuff.
Yeah.
Only the big coronavirus stuff.
Because I want to tie it back to like us too. Like, what the fuck were you doing during COVID? You know.
So we're what month are we at now?
We're in July now. Okay.
So, yeah. So mostly home. So initially it was scary as hell.
Yeah.
And then like, getting toilet paper. Anything sanitary.
Can't poop in peace, dude. It sucked.
I did go camping, which is pretty cool.
Oh yeah, you told me about that.
The Mount Shasta area, and that was super dope.
I remember you told me some stories over. We had oysters. That was like the first time I saw you,
and that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'll post some stuff on Instagram. I have a bunch of photos and videos from this year.
Yeah.
That I didn't post. Did some stuff on Zoom for like a MMA place. Point of Impact MMA.
Nice.
Where we did some just like little kickboxing workouts via Zoom.
Okay.
Which is kind of cool. And a lot of stuff went to Zoom, obviously.
Right.
Almost all business did that could possibly do it.
Yeah. Can't really serve coffee on Zoom, but I feel you.
Yeah. Yeah. So that was, So
what are you doing in July when Governor Newsom orders tougher restrictions on indoor activities? For most of California, while he's going to go to French Laundry in a few months.
LOL.
Yeah.
What is this? Why are they at the beach? Why are they at the beach?
Probably the HB protesters.
Newport Beach Police.
Yep.
Enforce closure of the beach. Along the wedge. Surfing spot. I don't know how I feel about at the time too, they were saying outside is okay.
Yeah.
Active recreation is cool.
I hiked like a motherfucker, dude. That's how I got so skinny, honestly.
Initially we knew nothing.
Yeah.
And eventually it's like, oh, you can be outdoors. It's fine. Heat kills it, whatever. Turns out heat doesn't really kill it, but it's they in a nutshell they made it seem like, oh, it's harder to get it if you're outside. Yeah, when I went hiking too, I still wore a mask when I was passing by other people.
Oh yeah, same.
In close proximity. But physical activity is hard with a mask on, man.
Dude, okay. Here's my little dumb theory. It's totally fake, and it doesn't work at all. But it worked for me. Hold that thought. the mind beats COVID. I remember during the pandemic, I was like, I ain't fucking getting COVID because I'm speaking into existence.
Manifesting it?
Manifesting it. And I was like, you know what? I was really inspired by Connor starching Cerrone in 40 seconds. So I was like, this is my season. I don't throw anything at me. Shoulder roll. Fucking frame off any of those shots. Like, COVID, you ain't gonna get me, motherfucker. Guess what?
Because I ain't stuck in the mud.
I ain't stuck in the mud, motherfucker. So, like,
the end of 2020 will be the end of COVID-19.
It worked. I didn't get COVID. I lived my life. It was sick. Well, it was me. Like, I lived my life. It was amazing. I mean,
There's
granted.
plenty of people who didn't live their life.
Who did?
Who did not live their life the way they usually do.
Right, I know.
And people that got COVID.
I know.
You know.
I'm being very callous when I'm saying that, but I'm also, I love being cocksure about it, because when everyone was like all Oliver Twist about it, like,
I think, especially as time went on, there was a clear way to be safe about it.
right.
Because we had more information
Yeah.
and we understood, okay, don't go around sick people, don't go around old people, like, wear a mask when you're around other people, wash your hands. Like, it became very routine. It's like, okay, well,
Right.
like, just treat it like the most extreme flu that's out there. It's basically, it's kind of what it is, you know, at least how it acts, you know.
Yeah.
And so it wasn't like rocket science pick, just be extra conscious of your hygiene.
But the thing that bugs me, and I get it if you have family who is older or immunocompromised and everything, I get it if you want to be safe for them. What bugs me are people like our age who are literally just living in fear as if it's like it's you know like the Nazis dropping bombs and you're just taking cover. It's like, that's not how it is. Like, when I was going out, and I didn't even go out, I only hiked, right? Or I went to a park to drink beer in public. Like, yeah. Like, but I was still wearing my mask when I was passing people. You know, I was still washing my hands every single time. I had hand sanitizer on me. Like, I was a dealer with hand sanitizer. Like, what do you want? I got you. Like,
I got orange scent, I got lemon
yeah,
scent.
like, what's it gonna be? I got some lavender twist.
Yeah, let's say lavender hibiscus.
Yeah, like, but
this one's got SPF 15.
and again, like, because we know we have friends and family who are dealing with COVID and the repercussions of it. And I don't mean to be callous or insensitive
I haven't seen
to it, you know?
most of my family, and it was only until recently that I got to see family this year.
Oh, damn.
Because I was able to get a test finally, and now it's good, and make sure there's no like weird stops in between.
Yeah.
So I can go directly to them and be all safe. But yeah, just like taking those steps.
Yeah.
Like, don't be dumb.
Right. Well, I think, okay, before
I mean, tests weren't available early on, obviously, too. So like, it was hard to do anything. But
before I go too hard on this whole, like, if you believe it, you can achieve it, or whatever, buddy, as Michael Bisping would say, like, but I really did believe I wouldn't get COVID. I was like, Lauren's like, how do you know that you're not going to get COVID? Because I'm like, I'm smart. Like, I'm not going to let this thing get me. I'm going to wash my hands. I'm going to do a due diligence every which way. But I ain't gonna take it sitting down, you know what I mean? But on the flip side of it, I'm not gonna go to bars or lounges because that's not my scene. I ain't gonna go square dancing anytime soon, or like go to mansion.
I'm not sure you're gonna go to square dancing or mansion,
dude.
In general,
no. When things reopened, those places did reopen.
No, I'm saying you.
Oh no, yeah.
I don't think you're going square dancing anytime soon.
No, I mean, you get me drunk enough, but like. Well, like, the commissary, for example. The commissary opened up. All the ABGs were happy. But, like, I didn't want to go out there. Like, I remember that night we went out and everyone was like, let's go out, let's go dancing and stuff. I'm like, granted, we didn't end up going dancing, thank God. But, like, that's the worst. That's the cesspool.
Being in close proximity to people who are, like,
sweating and gyrating and drinks. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Like, use some. I know everyone wants to let their hair down and have a good time, but let's be freaking sensible about it. So, you know, you kind of have to essentially pick your poison. But let's get to the juicy part. July 2nd.
July 2nd. The FBI arrests. Is it Ghislaine?
Jelaine.
Yeah. All right. Ghislaine Maxwell on charges she helped lure at least 3 girls to be sexually abused. Oh, screen just timed out. 3 girls to be sexually abused by the late financier.
Financier, but
Financier. I like financier. It sounds fancier.
yeah.
Jeffrey Epstein.
So I chuckled at least 3. Come on, you boobs. At least 3.
At least 3 that they can prove allegedly.
Yeah, 3. Okay.
Yeah, that was
Come on. There were at least
another win for Hollywood.
Yeah, 20 people?
Or actually, that's not even just Hollywood. That was like beyond. That was like people of power doing weird stuff.
Dude, Jeffrey Epstein had a painting of Bill Clinton in a dress, dog.
The only thing that should be happening on private islands are fights.
Yes, I can drink to that.
Dana White.
Man of 2020. He should be man of the year. Honestly.
Should he?
I think so. Person of the year should be Dana White. Dude.
I think person of the year should be Baby Yoda.
Okay. But a real person. Like fictional person.
Are you saying?
But dude, think about it. Dana White, I'm not even a Dana White dick rider. I'm just saying Dana White was the one guy that was like, you know what, guys? Yeah, COVID is real. It sucks. But we're still put on fights and keep people sane for their mental health and for fighters to
And they
get
tested
paid.
people.
Yeah.
And if they got popped positive, then they couldn't fight and they were quarantined.
But Dana, he spearheaded everything. They were the first major sports organization to have a live sporting event in May. That's crazy, dude. While everyone else was like, didn't know what to do, Dana was like, we're just gonna do it, you know? And yeah, I don't agree with a lot of things Dana or his business practices, but Dana as a businessman, come on. He's done so much for the sport and he's done so much for people in general. So anyway, I'm gonna get off his dick real quick. Let's move on.
More COVID stuff. Story of the year. Oh yeah, NFL drops all preseason games and reaches an agreement with the players' union on a coronavirus testing regimen. Let's get through July, man. Jeez.
Yeah, July is wild. Simple trick to eliminate dust.
Baseball started again, and you got tricked by the ad.
I did.
Yeah. July 23rd, the MLB 60-game season begins with nobody in the stands. Super weird.
What's new?
Oh yeah, and then the NBA resumed shortly thereafter.
Yo. Regis Philbin died too. Goddamn. All the TV personalities died this year.
Oh yeah.
Alex Trebek? Or was it Alex? Alex Trebek, yeah. Dude, Alex Trebek died.
Let's do a quick little. Oh, I just hit 2020 famous
deaths.
Yes, that's exactly what I was looking up. So, just a quick little shout out to
In memoriam.
Oh, slideshow. Oh, Naya Rivera, Kobe Bryant, obviously.
Oh, Chadwick
Boseman,
our boy, dude.
Yeah, Wakanda forever, dude.
Wakanda forever.
That one, dude.
Indeed.
All of them hurt super hard.
Yeah.
Like Kobe, Chadwick, dude.
Chadwick hit home for me because like Black Panther was such a cultural movement for a lot of people. It just changed the game,
dude. He hit all of his roles, dude.
Yeah, he played Jackie Robinson, man. It's crazy.
He was just like back to back, just iconic roles.
Yeah, he lost a good. I mean, he was suffering from, what was it?
And the fact
Cancer?
that he was doing so much while he was like in terrible condition.
Yeah.
And I didn't know people were making fun of him. I didn't know it until after he died. But there's people like making fun of him for looking super skinny.
Oh.
I mean, he was all buffed out in Black Panther, so I can kind of see where they noticed. What is this? Oh, 20. What?
Oh, in the month of December.
Jeez.
That's a lot of deaths. I mean, Khabib's father died from COVID.
That is
so,
true.
like, that's the thing. COVID's very, very real. You know, not saying it isn't. Not saying that it's created by the government, by like some deep state or blah blah blah. It's a real thing. You have just you have 3 options: be mindful, or take the risk. And unfortunately.
Oh. Yeah, we had dude, Sean Connery, bro.
Oh yeah.
He's like people like him and Chadwick Boseman, dude. I would have loved to work with them on something. Little Richard,
Well, in heaven, your budget's unlimited. So.
Kenny Rogers,
Kenny Rogers? Oh my God! Islands in the Stream. Fuck.
Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Man, I'm sure there's plenty more too that we're missing, but
let's move on ahead then. Let's get out of July. I mean, July's a long ass month. August.
Oh yeah, California continued to be on fire.
Yep. What's new?
Yeah, California's always fire, bro. You know what I'm saying? Straight fire.
Let's see. Councilman Jose Huizar pleads not guilty to bribery.
I don't remember that.
Lies and deceit. Okay. As California grapples unemployment, yawn. Okay.
What is that?
Let's see. More than 400,000 people, most without masks, who don't follow social distance, participated in activities related to the Sturgis motorcycle rally in South Dakota. Well, infer what you will from there, folks, because
I don't remember that.
That should say everything for you. Let's see.
Oh yeah, thunderstorms trigger hundreds of wildfires in California. Yeah, what's new?
Dude, that was hell. No pun intended. That was actual hell. That sucked.
Ooh, Death Valley hits 130 degrees Fahrenheit, thought to be the highest temperature on Earth in nearly a century. Called Death Valley for a reason.
Yeah, I know.
This mine? This one?
That's you.
That's me.
Yeah. I just refilled mine, so catch up, baby.
California on fire. California on fire. More politics. Apple becomes the first U.S. company to be valued at over $2 trillion.
NBC Universal oust longtime Universal Studio executive Ron Meyer after learning he made hush money payments to a woman to cover up an old affair, a secret that Meyer said snowballed into an extortion plot. I'm not surprised, motherfuckers. Let's see. Okay, blah blah, Bannon. That's a cool story, bro. Wildfires ringing in the Bay Area. Wow, yeah, we just got hit with so many fucking fires this year.
Oh yeah, then we got another death by police.
The Golden State Killer was captured at long last.
I didn't hear about this Golden State Killer until recently, and all that went down.
Yeah, well, there was that documentary that Patton Oswalt did that because his wife was really followed up with the Golden State Killer and all that stuff.
I listened to the podcast about that.
Yeah, I didn't watch it because honestly, the documentary was kind of slogging. And here's the thing I don't like about true crime.
Oh wait, just for context, the Golden State Killer, in California, killed. I mean, he's going to life without parole. For this is what's proven, right? Killing 13 people and raping 50, in a series of break-ins that terrorized the state for decades.
Yeah.
So like for years and years,
decades.
This dude just like breaking into homes, messing with people, and then in some cases even killing them.
Yeah.
Bro.
It's spooky, dude.
Especially like back in the day.
Yeah.
I always think like cowboys.
Yeah.
Like cowboy age, which is not that long ago.
Right.
Like a little over 100 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
You could just be like, hey, I'm going to kill this guy and I'm going to live in his house. Now it's my house.
Yeah.
How crazy is that?
I know. It's wild. I mean, considering how people didn't lock their homes, like didn't lock their doors, or like how chill we used to be.
They don't have a ring security system anymore? Or back in the day?
Yeah. It's wild. But anyway, the thing I don't like about true crime is like, you remember the making of a murder series with like that one guy or whatever? My brother and all of my friends got really into it. They got like stuck on the Netflix thing, and I was like, why are we so intrigued by this? He's just a sad old dude, and you could just wiki this shit in 5 minutes. I don't need to spend 6 hours listening about whether Stephen Avery did or did not kill somebody. I could just read this shit on myself, or by myself. So that was the thing. That's why when we tried watching the Golden State Killer like documentary, I was like, you know what, Lauren? Pause this shit. I'll be right back. Google, read all the shit I need. Okay, I got all the information. We can turn off the program now and move on. But that's just me with true crime. Let's see. Kenosha.
Oh, yeah. Chadwick Boseman dies on August 28th. 43. He's so young, man.
Hold up. Why aren't they putting up news about big sporting events?
Like
They-
what? They did Super Bowl.
I didn't see anything about the UFC. I didn't see anything about Tyson Fury beating the brakes off Deontay Wilder on your birthday. You know? I don't see any shit like that.
Yeah, fighting doesn't get as much love.
I know.
El Dorado.
I just watched that movie.
Did you really?
It's sick.
The City of Gold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's such a strange movie.
September, California's on fire again.
Yep. What's new?
That's not even a 2020 thing. That's just the ongoing California issue.
Yeah.
Yeah, people talk about earthquakes. It's fires, dude.
Fires are the real killers. Okay, September.
Do you remember?
Okay. My birthday.
Oh, yeah.
2020.
Yeah.
RBG.
Yeah, colleges start putting athletes back to work.
Tenet. Okay, sorry.
Yeah. Still haven't watched that, so I did
It's
get
fucking sick. We'll watch it with subtitles.
with subtitles.
Yeah. Trust me. Watch it
Okay.
with subtitles.
Okay.
My dad watched it with subtitles. Loved the movie. Lauren and I watched it in theaters. Didn't understand shit, but it was fun. But I was like kind of tripping, so it was also really fun.
Succession, Watchmen, and Schitt's Creek are the major winners at the 72nd Emmy Awards.
Did you watch Watchmen yet?
I watched like the first episode like twice and then haven't continued.
Why'd you watch it twice?
I like started it the first time, didn't finish it, and then like because I kept watching it super late at night.
Ah,
And then I've seen some of Schitt's Creek.
yeah, same.
Not. I mean, I like some episodes, but like, I don't see it's something. If
You're-
it's on, I'll watch it.
You're like me. Lauren loves Schitt's Creek. Like she's a huge fan, but like every time it's on, it's like, yeah, you know, it's fun, it's fine,
Mm.
but I'm not super invested in it. You know, like
It's no Office.
yeah, but it's hard. Then again, for me, it's really hard to get into comedies. Like I like broad comedies.
Oh, I love comedies.
Yeah, I know. So it's easier.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine, The Office.
Yeah. So like,
Community.
I think
all
you
that.
should. Oh, I love Community. Community. That's the show of the year for me. I fucking watch that shit like all the time, and I didn't even like Community because I kept on getting compared to Abed, and I was like, I'm not fucking Abed. Like, god damn it. Like he's socially awkward and weird, and all he does is reference movies that I could reference too. But like, come on. Anyway, enough about him.
More fires in California.
Sick.
Oh wait, what's this?
I can't pronounce any of that.
Oh,
Do you want to try?
September 27th. Deadly clashes break out in the Nagorno-Karabakh between Armenian and Azerbaijani forces.
Wow, that was pretty good.
I hope so.
That was pretty good.
That's the best I could do for sight reading. Oh yes, the freaking presidential debates. Not very presidential at all.
Shouting insults, misinformation, mostly by President Trump.
Wait,
dominate-
I will say, you don't need to include that. For me, as someone, like, I did journalism in high school, very low-level journalism, right? But still, like, you don't need to put that. Why is it mostly about President
Oh,
Trump?
do you see the publication Los Angeles Times?
I'm like
they may as well
and again-
have a fixie bike in the offices, just ready to go.
I'm
Shop
not-
sustainable, baby.
I don't do left or right,
Yeah.
but when it comes to being a news source, you need to be neutral.
Impartial.
Or if you're going to say, hey, we lean on this side, these are our values, you better fucking post that shit because that's messed up.
Yeah.
That shit pisses me off as someone like that has done at least a little bit of it, whatever, high school journalism.
Yeah.
Like, even in high school, I was taught, like, hey, this is how you do this type of journalism. If you're doing arts and entertainment, then you can like flip up the piece a little bit, making it exciting, but you don't do that for stuff that's supposed to be, hey, this is what's happening. These are facts. This is fact. This is reporting.
I mean, let's be real. Los Angeles Times, kind of a joke. Just saying. I know I'm like,
I don't know if there's anything that I like right now as far as news sources.
yeah, that's why you create your own news like Mysterio does. Just saying.
I still haven't watched that one. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Um,
Mysterio is like my favorite like MCU villain of all time because he's beautiful, he's charming,
he's broke back.
he's broke back, and he's got mystical powers.
I need to watch this.
Yeah, he's great.
I think that might be the only MCU movie I haven't watched.
Oh,
yet.
Far From Home is fun. I need to rewatch that with Lauren, but like you would love it because there's a sick ass cameo at the very end that will blow your spider load. Like you will flip all over the place. It's great. Yeah, I actually Far From Home is a good Spider-Man movie. Love that movie. I think Jake Gyllenhaal is like so fucking good in that role, and he's just beautiful. Every time he's on the screen, you're just as a cis straight Asian male, like you just fall in love with the guy. He just charms the pants. Even in Night, that was the thing about Nightcrawler, the movie, that's so effective is he's able to like just convince you to do like or to take part in this crazy shit that he wants you to do, and he's able to do it because he's just a fantastic actor. So highly recommend. Love Far From Home. I'm super stoked for the sequel, which will feature multiverse villains from the Spider-Man universe.
Yo, that's gonna be crazy.
Yeah. If they can get my boy Toby back, oh my god.
No, they already said yes. Or supposedly,
we'll see.
All the live action Spider-Mans, and OG Mary Jane, Kristen Dunst, and then homeboy
Andrew Garfield.
No, Doc Ock.
Oh, Alfred Molina.
Yes.
Okay, so here's something that's kind of iffy. It's only right now officially only Alfred Molina and Jamie Foxx are officially signed.
Oh, Electro's coming back.
Yeah, Electro's coming back. Emma Stone, Kirsten Dunst, Toby, Andrew Garfield, all rumors.
Which means they're in negotiations.
Yeah, so Collider reported it as a spoiler like casting. They're like, you know what? Since Alfred Molina is already cast, we're just gonna blow the lid off this thing and just say like Kirsten Dunst will be in it. Emma Stone's gonna be in it. Andrew Garfield's going to be in it. Yeah, and Toby...
Speaking it into existence.
Right, yeah, common thread for this podcast. But Toby may be. And Toby's the big thing, but he was spotted for a costume fitting in Atlanta.
Bum, bum, bum.
So, if my boy Toby can come back, oh, my dreams will just come true.
Hey, all I'm going to say is, Donald for Spider-Man?
Yeah. It could happen.
Donald for Spider-Man?
It's the multi... Well, he's already cast as Prowler in MCU.
Spider-Verse, bro.
Yeah, but in the MCU universe, he's the Prowler. He's Uncle Aaron. He's like the guy who can climb on walls in Spider-Verse, you know? And then he's like, "You're the best of us, Miles. You're the best of us." And then he dies. Oh, oops, spoilers. But, Spider-Verse is fucking... who voiced that? Fucking Mahershala Ali. Like, Into the Spider-Verse. Yeah. That guy's
underrated.
Dude.
Also on my Mount Rushmore of acting.
Yeah. Okay. He's a guy that I get excited by. When I hear casting news, like, he's fucking Blade.
Dude. He's gonna be Blade.
That's
gonna be nasty, dude.
That's what I'm saying.
That's gonna be a filthy movie.
Oh, I know. That's Mahershala Ali.
I remember thinking about that. I was like, I wonder how they're ever gonna bring Blade back. Because I'm like, I can't think of one person. And then when I saw the announcement, I was like, that is the one person. Yeah. Mahershala Ali is the perfect person.
Yeah. So.
And he's pretty tall, dude.
Yeah.
So that's going to be some crazy.
Some fucking sword
play. Like the dynamic of him, like moving and changing levels.
Imagine Mahershala fighting fucking Spider-Man. Just saying. Oh, I love it.
And then you throw a homeboy Daredevil in the mix. I heard Daredevil.
Oh, wait. Daredevil may be in the Spider-Man sequel as Peter Parker's lawyer. So we'll see.
Whatchamacallit. I think there's one more in there.
Well, Doctor Strange for sure will be in it. Oh, Willem Dafoe. Yes. If they get him.
He is the Joker equivalent, the Heath Ledger Joker equivalent of the Green Goblin.
Oh, 100%.
Willem Dafoe.
Wait, well, I'm not even.
Very much underrated.
Dude.
I hope he doesn't die before I get to do some acting, and I want to work with that guy.
Dude, Willem?
Did
I tell you I rewatched the Spider-Man trilogy?
I bet you, with Willem Dafoe, he's willing to do anything. We'll make just a really indie art.
I mean, he'd be down.
About tetherball.
He would be down, that guy. Well, dude, watch the Spider-Man trilogy again, because honestly, if you watch Spider-Man 3 with meme culture in your brain, it's a masterpiece. Like, it's a glory. It's like a glory.
Oh, Spider-Man 3, yes.
Yeah, if you watch it with...
The memes from Spider-Man 3
That's what I'm saying. With the lens of meme culture, it is amazing. And honestly, as a film, it's not bad. Before everyone's like, oh, the emo dance scene, here's a little backstory. Sam Raimi, the director who's actually going to be directing Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, he didn't want to do Venom. He just wanted to do Sandman, but Avi Arad and the Sony execs were like, Venom's gonna sell. Venom's gonna sell. Can we please do Venom? He's like, I don't want to do Venom. Can we?
All right, kids, I need some pictures of Venom. It's gonna be the craziest thing. Everyone's gonna love it.
That's exactly what Sony did.
Also, heard he's supposed to be coming back.
I can't say anything about that. Just watch Far From Home. Let's say
Yeah, but they bring him back every time.
no. He is already back.
Oh, no.
J-
No, but he was in Homecoming, wasn't he?
no, he was in Far From Home. In the very
No, I
end.
feel like he was like in something earlier.
Can I just spoil what happens?
No,
Okay.
but I feel like he must have been in one of the Avengers things then.
No. He's in Far From Home. Watch the post credits. He's the catalyst why Spider-Man 3 is going to happen. Just so
The new Spider-Man 3.
Yeah, the new Spider-Man 3.
I feel like they showed him. Maybe I'm just I'm channeling the Amazing Spider-Man series.
No, yeah, he wasn't even in that either. Trust
Yes, he
no. Fact check that shit. J.K. Simmons was only in Far From Home.
You're tripping.
Nah, brah.
Love how he. All right,
Look up his filmography, baby.
IMDb. Show me J.K. Simmons. Oh yes.
Whiplash. Took an edible during that one. That was good. Oh shit, he's Commissioner Gordon too. I totally forgot about that.
He's in BoJack Horseman.
Wow.
Spider-Man: Far From Home. SpongeBob. Ultimate Spider-Man.
Oh, the show, not the
Oh.
movies.
Hold on. Hulk, Into Smash. Oh, these are all like animated, I think.
Yeah. So you are right, but you're also wrong.
I feel like they showed him in something.
Dude,
Like he wasn't like it wasn't a scene of him. He was like on TV,
yeah, in Far From Home. You spoiled it for yourself already, baby.
or maybe he's like at end credits in something.
Yeah, he was. That was the end credits.
Far From Home.
Yeah, he's in the end credits.
Wait. Is Far From Home the first one or the second one?
The second one.
I
I'm just
definitely
gonna
didn't
spoil.
watch
Can I
it.
just spoil it?
No, dude.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
It's been over a year since that movie came out, and you're not even it. Go on images.
Okay. J. Jonah Jameson appearances.
Yeah.
I see. From the movies.
So you got your 3 Spider-Man, and then you got Far From Home.
Morbius.
Yeah.
Totally forgot about that.
Yeah, he basically plays Alex Jones in the MCU as J. Jonah Jameson.
Love that.
So that's him right there in the MCU.
Yeah. Oh, I've seen this.
Yeah.
Maybe I saw like on YouTube or something.
Yeah. He's basically InfoWars. That's the Daily Bugle in that world.
Love that.
Yeah.
Okay, October 11th. Back to the timeline of 2020.
We took 20 minutes on J. Jonah Jameson. I hope
Love
and
that.
J.K. Simmons. I hope you know that. But
The Lakers defeat the Miami Heat. Ah, man. Just like LeBron James. Just hold on. I'm dropping a future reference.
all right.
Just like LeBron James leaving Heat behind. You don't know what that is. These people don't know what it is. It's quite yet, but they will know. If you don't know, wait till my first single drops.
You got LeBron on?
He's not on it, but I do drop a reference
Okay.
to. It's actually not in reference to this championship,
Okay.
which is super crazy. I basically predicted the future without predicting the future.
Wow. Tenet, bro.
You call me daddy?
I did call you daddy in Vietnamese. Corona cases surpassed 8 million.
Yeah, Corona got crazy. The Dodgers won yet another. Just kidding. The Dodgers defeat the Tampa Bay Rays to win the team's first World Series title since 1988.
That's actually pretty crazy.
Yeah, I feel for why.
Yeah,
in my
like-
memory, I feel like they won a few times.
Did the Angels have the
Angels was
Angels?
2002.
Okay, the Angels haven't won since 2002.
Yeah,
Wow.
the
Why?
Ducks and the Kings do great. The Lakers killing it.
Why are the Angels the Los Angeles Angels? Why is LA getting so greedy? Can't they give Anaheim?
It's not for LA. It's the management team.
Yeah.
So at first it was the California Angels, which I think is totally fine.
Yeah, sure.
Go back to that. But it's like, oh, it's LA, blah blah. It's not LA. LA is
not
a drive.
Yeah,
from
dog.
Anaheim.
Yeah.
Especially going from Anaheim to LA is like the worst commute you could possibly ask
You're
for.
off the fucking 57, then you gotta fucking like what?
That's the worst commute.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. Disneyland is not in LA, folks.
Yeah.
Those that aren't from California.
Okay, so
of the
Mandor
South.
Crosby, when he rolls up, he's like, I don't really like this part of LA. I like in reference to Orange County. I'm like, bro,
Because it's not LA.
it's not LA. it's fucking why. Like, you can't fucking see me. Like, what?
We are not the same.
We're not the same.
We hit different.
Yeah, we really do. Our
Finally,
traffic's far better.
we're in November.
Okay, thank God. I got 15 minutes.
We
by
got
the way.
this. We're gonna kill this.
All right.
We'll just go.
Yeah, let's see if
Down.
anything's interesting.
Alex
Alex
Trebek
Trebek. Damn,
Poor guy.
legend.
I mean, he lived a full life, man.
Yeah, I hope I live till 80.
Yeah, 80 is pretty good. That's a solid
Yeah,
age.
80 is pretty good.
70, it's like you kind of wish they had a few more years. I think 80 is like you chill.
80's like, hey, you know what?
You did.
You finish your in-class essay. You put the blue book down. You twiddle your thumbs. You're like, all right, death, I'm waiting for you. You know, like if you hit 80.
Yeah.
If you hit 80,
I think once
that's
you
like the equivalent.
hit 80,
you know?
you're just like,
You're like, I got some time. You know, I'm just just gonna hang out. Let's see, Moderna, blah blah. Gavin Newsom says he should not have attended dinner with other households at the French Laundry restaurant in Yountville as
wow.
corona cases soar worldwide.
yeah. Oh,
Yeah, cue the Curb Your Enthusiasm theme, you dumb fuck.
the elites.
Yo, by the way, this is the same guy that was telling people that he would pay them if you ratted out your neighbors. So who ratted out Gavin Newsom? Did he pay the people who ratted him out?
I hope so.
That's the question. Did he pay? I'm just curious. I'm just curious.
Joe Biden became president-elect, and then that was controversial because people thought that it was rigged, just like the last election.
I mean, honestly, Andrew Yang should have won.
Bro, I think
Yang Gang, baby.
I think Bernie would have had it in the bag
Oh, he would have.
by a landslide, just like the last one.
You know the problem is the S word,
What-
socialism.
socialist. And guys, so basically, when people say that, even if he was, it's like, so you don't believe in any other part of our government doing its fucking job and having checks and balances? Are you kidding me?
You know, the bigger problem is that I find annoying is like when my friends, actually, it was a believer who told me this one, and I'm like, I applaud him. My boy Misael, he was like
A believer? A believer?
a believer in like Christianity and
Okay.
everything. He's like, I don't understand why Christians on the right are anti-socialists when nowhere in the Bible is anything pro-capitalist. If anything within the Bible, you would actually get more socialist
Yeah.
like tenets
Yeah.
versus capitalist tenets, right? So for anyone who's like, oh, yo, if we go against capitalism, that's going against Jesus. I'm like,
Is that an argument?
a lot of people who lean right are typically very anti-socialist because in their mind's eye, it's anti-Jesus.
I don't see the correlation whatsoever.
You got me.
I've never heard that argument, but
Well,
that's
it's the same
wild.
person who's like against separation of, or is against separation of church and state, but is pro-capitalist. It's like, doesn't fucking compute. But I digress. This is the problem with systems of belief, because I was just talking about this earlier with my boy Ian. Like, the issue is like people don't want to admit that they're wrong, like because this
right, because they don't want to change or grow.
well, it's also this environment, especially in in a very American environment where capitalism is about the winners, not the losers. It's very much this sensibility where it's like I need to be right at all costs.
Yeah, unfortunately, a lot of like the American dream in the old movies is like kind of like beating your opponents into submission.
Yeah.
And you're like, aha, that's how Americans do it. We just keep fighting until we beat the other person to a pulp.
I love Westerns, but that's kind of how
It's like,
Westerns are. It's like,
we don't need to learn. We could just beat people
oh,
up.
the savages in the hills. Ah, fuck them. Let's just kill them all.
We don't need to understand their plight.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or their struggles. We'll
Nope.
just complain about our own and
Just
not help
wipe
anyone.
them out. Yeah. So the whole idea that like, if you're a Christian for Christ, right? Or if you're a Christian, an American Christian who's religious, but you're anti-socialist. Like socialism is such a bad word to you. When people don't realize that France is the most like secular country, but they still uphold their religious monuments and everything like that. And it's very much still like, you know, egalite, liberté, fraternité, all that shit. People don't look at them as communists, right?
Mm.
But when you put the S label on anything, or I'm trying to think of other European nations that are socialist. Is Sweden socialist? I don't know, but like, why is socialism such a bad word? Maybe it's because like with like what we talked about with Cubans and the Vietnamese Americans, maybe certain Latin communities.
Well, because
like,
they tie
communism's
it to,
like
dictatorships,
and all that stuff. So
it's like throwing the word Nazi around. They're just trying to demonize the other side
yeah, it's
without
silly.
any explanation. It's just a quick way to like bring them down.
If it ain't broke, you know. Anywho, what else we got?
Almost there.
Almost there.
Actually, surprisingly positive. Let me see.
Raymond
Oh, that
Chen.
hurts. The Denver Broncos are forced to play a practice squad receiver at quarterback after all four of the team's quarterbacks are disqualified due to coronavirus testing and safety protocols.
Ouch.
That sucks. Oops.
Here
we go.
Skip.
December. That's where we
Oh,
are
yeah.
at right now. Oh, poor guy. Rayford Johnson passed away, who helped bring the summer games to LA. Dies at 86.
Rest in peace, sir.
Oh my gosh. Protest against COVID-19 safety rules. Come on, guys.
Yeah.
Oh, Universal Music announces it's acquiring Bob Dylan's entire catalog of songs spanning 60 years. That's crazy.
That's capitalism.
Yeah.
Britain becomes the first Western country to start inoculating its residents against COVID-19. Well played. Well played. God save the Queen.
Pfizer and Moderna going after that vaccine. See how that plays out.
Oh shit, John Le Carre.
How about you, sir? What'd you think about this vaccine? A lot of people that I've talked to are like really skeptical that it's not going to work or you'll get this thing. From my understanding, folks, since this is very relevant right now, the vaccine is not actually coronavirus. It's something that behaves like that, and so it's basically it's like sparring. It's not an actual fight,
Yeah,
right? But it helps you get better at fighting.
sure.
And
Gotta take a few licks.
Yeah. It's a practice game, you know?
Well, the thing is, it's not going to be available to us until about late 2021.
I mean, you and I are probably the least likely to
Yeah.
need something like that.
Right. So, I mean, for me, it's kind of the whole wait and see game. I'm not against it. I'm not for it. I just want to see if it works. And if people aren't like, you know, getting screwed over by it, then we're Jay chilling, you know? So, that's the thing about COVID. Is like, I'm not trying to rain on anyone's parade or anything like that. Like, what's the best option for the people? Most importantly, right? So,
Are you saying we should be selfless?
wise, good sir. I would argue yes, I am.
How dare we be thoughtful?
I know. What a weird year this has been. But honestly,
Empathy.
yeah. What is
Empathy?
empathy? What?
How dare
Get
you,
outta
sir?
here. Being true to yourself and
There's some radical
What?
idealism going on.
Yeah. Being objective? That's crazy.
Logic.
Logical.
Facts. Fact checking. How dare you?
Yeah. Honestly, you know, to cap this all off, this has been the best fucking year of my life. Like,
I
bar
mean,
none. For me, best year of my life.
there have been plenty of ways for certain people, not everyone. I always say, like, I've like taken some heavy L's, but I've also had some like pretty heavy wins.
Yeah.
And so I can't complain.
Yeah.
Like, so it's been a roller coaster of a year for sure. But hey, there's still some time left.
Yeah.
For those of you, I don't know. Hopefully, I'll get this out in time.
You will.
But
You will.
speak into existence.
Exactly.
Manifest it.
I'm on page 8.
I will manifest my destiny.
Oh.
So hard.
Yo, link in bio. Check out my film that should have won the the Yum Yum competition. We had the most views, only film shot on film. Just saying. Anyway, and we got what Desmond Chiam and Olivia Tran from both. Desmond's gonna be in Falcon and the Winter Soldier. You know that?
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't see that post.
IMDb that shit. I don't know what he's playing, but he's gonna be in it apparently.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Heck
so
yeah.
I hope he has like some good ass lines or whatever, and he kicks some ass. But
I wonder if they'll let him use his natural accent.
that would be cool.
That'd be sick.
That would be sick.
Aussie accent.
Yeah.
On an Asian dude, people be like, their brains are gonna explode. Like what?
Asians in Australia? What?
Yeah, I would love that.
Yeah.
Just to see people's reaction and
Yeah.
just have their brain melt.
Yeah. So I mean, the year's not done yet. I don't know what you're trying to do, but like I got a few things I want to finish up this year. I'm on page 80 of my Little Saigon noir. So yeah, I got 40 more pages. I'm gonna try to finish that shit up.
Knock
So
it
then,
out.
Then I'll hit three feature films in a year.
Dang.
And I'll be flexing all over that shit. That's the thing. COVID's what you make of it. 2020 is what you make of it. There have been highs and lows for everybody. Certain highs are higher than others. Certain lows are lower for others, depending on your situation. But I just hope for everyone else that they can see some kind of silver lining, you know? Because I know where I am, you know, not a lot of people are where I'm seated right now. And same for you. Like, you know, everyone's going through something different. So, not the praying type, but thoughts and prayers to those who are going through a tough time, especially during this holiday season, you know? And just good wishes into 2020, man. I mean, 2021, I should say, not 2020. Let's hope this doesn't fucking Groundhog Day. This, you know, 2021 isn't just the same loop all over again, because that would blow. Although, who knows? Maybe it'd be pretty fucking cool if everyone got locked down again in 2021. Can you imagine that? How stir crazy everyone would be?
Yeah. Yeah.
It'd be the extended cuffing season. Like, whew. I mean, knock on wood, that don't happen, but I have, you know, bringing it back to us. Like, I have a good feeling about where you're headed with your podcast.
Do you have a good feeling about this?
I do have a good feeling about this. I mean, I think you're gonna get cooler guests than myself. Just kidding. But all your guests are cool. But I'm saying, like, you're gonna get some sick ass people. Maybe a Sundance filmmaker.
Oh.
Maybe seated right across from you.
You don't underestimate my power.
I don't, baby. But you really should get our boy on. He just got into Sundance, dude.
Manuel
Crosby for First Date. Check it out. It's dropping, I believe, like
soon.
January
Soon.
2021. I don't. At some point, it's gonna drop. Because Sundance is usually in January, so they're gonna do it all electronic or all on the
Digitally.
interwebs. Yeah. So, and actually on Slash Film, of the 10 films that they're stoked for, big film website, First Date is on that list. There's some hype behind it. So I hope we can fly that boy out. You know, you can pick his brain, because dude, he went through hell and back to make that movie. I read that script in 2017 at a coffee shop pre-Caffe Montage, and then he made it, and then now it's one of the 70 films at Sundance. First film too. Christopher Nolan didn't even get into Sundance with his first film. That's why Slamdance has such a huge name, is because Sundance turned down Chris Nolan's following, so Slamdance picked it up, and that's how his whole career started.
Damn.
Yeah, you know, you should get him on. He probably has some war stories for you from that set, because once you watch that film, it's a wild ride. It's a good one.
Yeah, I watched that little like a preview thing.
Oh yeah, the little
Like the making of.
featurette. Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
First time actors and everything.
Yeah.
That's cool.
All local actors, local crew. That's the thing. And I may have ranted about this last week when we got super drunk in the Lost episode, but like, you don't need fancy camera moves, or you don't need a great ass camera.
Hey,
or all
artists,
that.
it's not about the gear you have. It's about, or the gear you don't have, I should say. It's not about the gear you don't have. It's about what you do with the gear you do have.
Yeah. I mean,
Google that shit.
dude, he shot and directed it.
On iPhone?
No, he
Of
had
course
a
not.
black magic. But you know, but still, our sets, skeleton crew. Imagine that shit, but extended for the course of a year.
That's a long time.
So it wasn't an easy film to make,
No.
by any stretch of the imagination, based off of the various phone calls I've had with him.
Damn, over a year.
Yeah,
plus
like-
editing.
Yeah, dude, because I think the shooting script, or like one of the drafts that I could read, was in 2017. I don't think they started shooting until about 2018 or so. And then this long post-production process that you're very well acquainted with at this point. And look, good virtue, good stories, and fucking like indomitable will. You can do shit for yourself, He didn't know anyone on the Sundance panel. He just made a film from his heart, dude. That's beautiful. That inspires me every fucking day. Like, I mean, I didn't know that he got in until about like a few weeks ago. But like, even the process of him making it was inspiring, because it's like, you see on Instagram, it's very hard. That's the place where you get hard on yourself. You're like, oh, I'm not doing a lot with my life.
Because you're comparing wins.
Yeah, you're like, oh, this guy's doing this, and my friend in the film industry is doing that, and what the fuck am I doing? Or like, it could be with any field you're in. But then you have the stories like Manual, where like this guy wasn't at all the networking mixers. He wasn't rubbing elbows with nobody. He just wanted to make movies.
I'm going to plug the episode with my cousin, Athena Messina. For those of you doing this whole comparison thing, and then also with the whole like mental health in general, especially during this time, holidays gets rough.
Yeah.
But creatives, keep on creating, dude, and take that post from your friend or your associate, whatever you see, maybe even a celebrity, and use that as fuel to just like get after it, man. Like, make 2021 the year that you thought 2020 was going to be, and just keep on going.
Treat 2021 like Israel Adesanya treated Paulo Costa after their fight. Just get on top of that shit and just ride it, Like,
Yeah.
that's what you should do.
If you don't know what I'm talking about, watch that fight. Just watch the fight. That was pretty good. Watch before the fight, and then after the fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how I see 2021 for me and you. Like, we'll be Israel. We'll be Izzy, baby. Trust. So,
I think it's a beautiful place to wrap it up, sir.
Yeah, absolutely, dude.
Thanks for coming on.
Well, let's toast to a brand new year, yeah?
To a brand new year.
Because I got to hit the road soon, but I'll be good. I just need to take a piss and then fucking take
Yes.
the in streets.
I
Try this at home, kids. Don't
try
ankle
this.
pick anybody, But I like to propose a toast to Completely Candid, and you, Christian Blandin.
Oh, yes. I'll have to throw this in the intro.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir, for getting me into one film,
Okay.
helped me launch my film career.
Okay.
Two, bro, we did those test runs with podcast like
yeah.
2 years ago.
I know. In Leps's bedroom.
And you still have to make your own show eventually.
Eventually.
And we still have to do a ghost one.
A ghost one would be so fun.
It would be so
Oh my
fun.
god. Dude, if we can get some guests because that's the thing about ghost testimony is like
It's crazy.
Like half of it is all like self-hypnosis, or you're just tricking yourself. The other half, the unexplainable part, that's the interesting
There's
shit.
some stuff that
Yeah,
happens.
there's like, because ghosts have been sighted throughout human history. What the fuck are people seeing?
Right.
But
To not go on a tangent.
Yeah.
Thank you for helping me with film and push me for podcasting. Guys, make some good friends that keep you creating, that motivate you. And if you don't have those friends or that network quite yet, then go out, create something, and try and see if you can put yourself out there
just
and
be
build
you.
your network.
Straight up, just be you.
Right.
That's how we became friends.
Keep on keeping on.
Yep.
Until next time, folks.
Cheers to
Peace
you in
out.
2020, baby.
To you and to many more.